on Twitch to see if we went live. And I think we did. Hi, Internet, I think. I'm just going to double check before I speak out of turn.
Hi.
Little Dilverton there. A little half
Wow, hello,
Well, hi.
welcome.
The internet.
It is, we're down a Jake tonight, which is unfortunate. But this led to an interesting development. Everybody, most of you here in chat, are the people asking, where's Droop? We haven't seen Droop in a while. And to that I say, well, one, the party's been doing stuff. Off figuring out whatever's going on, interpersonal relationships, family drama, being turned into a potted plant, things that happen when you're off adventuring. And you wanted to know where Droop is. Well, I have the answer for you right now in Droop Troop, episode 1, where we're going to see what Droop has been up to and then also get to meet some additional goblins from the Scrap Top clan. And this is going to be our sort of going forward way because, for a while we did the let's go drinking every time somebody can't show up. And while that has led to some absolutely banger moments, as the story begins to progress further, we start to get to the point where it's kind of harder to derail things, especially if we end up like mid-combat or mid-dungeon. It doesn't make a lot of sense in most instances for somebody to just disappear. Not that we can't make that happen, but this is a fun way to tell a side story that's still in part of the main story. You'll see things and there'll be characters and interactions that will tie in to the main story overall. And after I sort of go through and establish this first session, kind of setting up the mechanics and of how things work, we also have the opportunity to rotate the DM for these to let somebody else take a group of goblins on some journey, and then see how I'll have fun figuring how that factors in back to the main campaign in the weeks to come. So that being said, I'm going to start us off here, and in the process of this, we'll get to introduce everybody's new characters that they're playing this evening. So we descend from the sky here on to Scrap Top Village, a sort of what you'd kind of expect when you think of a traditional kind of in the mountains goblin village. However, this one a little bit different in that there are a lot more Rube Goldberg style devices for probably things that they're not needed for. Weird, intricate, trinket style things moving around. You've got all sorts of different things to, whether this is something that's as simple as doing laundry or stirring a pot. There are a series of mechanical arms and all sorts of things moving around to do this. Really, it just lets your imagination run wild with what this looks like. And the village is in a little bit of a tizzy as camera kind of pans over to Sir Droop, now bedazzled and betrinketed with so many different things, as was mentioned before we started, essentially looking like a drunken master monk version of Captain Jack Sparrow with all of his little things hanging off of him all over the place. And he is working on this wagon. Now, to call it a wagon is probably a little bit of an understatement, as there are many, many gears and levers and a bunch of things that don't really seem to fit on what a traditional wagon is. But everybody's just excited to see as you watch as certain things are clicking into place and there's buzzing and whirring and things like that. And as this is kind of going on, we kind of pan over to the entrance of the village as our party is making their way into the village. And we will see as they begin to walk in, Droop runs over to all of them. And he says, "Oh, great, you're back. And you've got, and look, one of you has this box just full of gears." And he says, you found all the gears. Excellent work. All right, now I'm going to need your help. There's just come and see, and maybe you can help me figure out how we were able to install these, and maybe, just maybe, we can get the engine up and running. You just have to see what I'm talking about. So come on over here, and he leads the three of you over to the wagon. Now, I would like... Robert's not in his chair, so I'm going to jump to you, LB. Please describe to us your character here that is being led over to the wagon.
Absolutely. So you see a fairly small, in stature for a goblin, lady goblin. She's got bleached blonde hair that has been very meticulously maneuvered into sort of curls and curves under. She's wearing a bright red lip, very distinctive makeup, very deliberate. She's wearing armor and has a long stick in her hand that has a tobacco. It's like a very long tobacco pipe. And she's kind of standing there, crossed arms, like looking at Droop, and she's trying. She's just, darling, if you want me to lift something, I absolutely can. However, I'm not one who is good with mechanical things, if you know what I mean.
All right. As you say this, we'll pan over to Cujo. Please describe to us your character here.
Well, all right. You see a goblin wearing a nice-looking robe. If a goblin could be wearing a suit, this goblin would be wearing a suit. He's got a pair of nice shades and sort of medium length, dirty blonde hair. And he's just sort of looking off in the distance, holding his lute and just thinking, man, what I would give to call this wagon a Lincoln right now. But he'll turn to Droop and say, Droop, I don't know why you're so uppity about these here gears. I mean, why are you freaking out all of a sudden? Why can't you just, I don't know, smoke a little bit and chill like the rest of us?
All right, and let's head over and describe our final member of tonight's party here. Robert, if you could describe your character for us.
Oh, fiery red undercut, completely pushed over to one side. It's kind of matted since it was in a mohawk at one point. Freckles, big, bright orange eyebrows. The smallest goblin out of the set, but definitely the most ripped. Tozer is a trapezoid. She is the bulldog of goblins. And she's not with the rest of the pack right now. It's full steam, the hardest run up a hill possible. And it's
Okay.
and she's just going to jettison. She likes to throw herself and tumble. It seems to be a more efficient way of getting around. Like the shield dwarves of the Forgotten Realms, she goes into a full roll, but it's not graceful. She's
Mhm.
not an acrobatic person. It's just that raw bulldogish strength. Droop, Droop, can I hit on it? Can I hit on it?
And he's like, oh, wow, okay. That is so much information, all so quickly. All right, so listen, all right. So you've probably heard, or maybe you haven't, I don't know. The wagon here, this is a project that was started long ago by Chief Wrenchfiddle, and he'd been working on this for a long time. And all I know is that its goal was, if it was fully operational, is that in some capacity it would be something that could forever protect our village, keep everybody safe. And then for all of the people out there wondering why I'm not all the way back in Phandalin all the time drinking away, it's because somebody's got to make sure that the village is protected. So If this happens, then there's the chance that I can make my way back there. But that being said,
You sound
What an odd
different.
thing to say.
it's true. I know.
Have you
Anyway.
gone to school?
I mean, it's a type. It's in a manner of speaking, I guess you could say.
You're so much more a cutlet than you were last time.
Yeah, so it turns out that there's this thing that they have over there. There's this this tavern, and I met this dwarf over there, and it turns out that things just make more sense to me when I just drink a lot. Everything just sort of becomes clear. So if I'm being honest, I'm a little drunk right now.
You never got smarter here when you drank.
Yeah, it turns out that when you're surrounded by a bunch of other people, sometimes you realize that maybe you are the smartest one out of all of them. And it just, everything starts to click together. And then you're like, well, maybe I need to make myself better to just keep everybody else in order. I mean, listen, or sometimes you pee on yourselves. You know, it's really, nobody knows.
Some tells me we should probably clarify that this is not a healthy way of living or thinking. Just like
Yes.
if we were being watched by people, maybe clarify.
Sounds like alcoholism to me.
Quit being so sophisticated.
Now listen,
I can't help it. This is the way I was raised.
All I can say is mechanically one has to be, if you had to codify how I chose to define my discipline, it's called Drunken Master. So we'll just leave it at that. Anyway, look at these gears over here. Everybody come look at this.
You're a master.
Yeah. So
let's not get too far into that.
And he will show you that there is you have a series of different gears in front of you. And he says, yeah, all right, so you brought all these extra gears. And I'll be honest, I've been trying to figure this out. And I've put every possible gear that I could figure out. And I just ended up throwing them all away. So basically, here's what I've got. I'll show you. Maybe one of you could figure it out. And what I'm going to do is, because I can't think of a better, easier way to do this, I'm just going to throw it up on the stream, I guess. Or I guess maybe I could throw it in here via ping. But, or you know what? Here, I'll drop it. I'll drop it in our Discord, and then I could also show it on screen, so that way everybody can see it at the same time. How about that?
Oh, interesting. It's another cipher. God damn it.
This one, I really
I'm
hope.
not doing this again, Ted. I'm not doing it. You can't make me.
I mean, I can, but okay. So, for all intents and purposes, what you bring back, you see this gear shift that this image that I've shown you, and you will bring back 4 gears of a similar shape and design to the ones you see on here. And he says, I've tried just about everything. I'm hoping that the 4 gears that you bring back, one of these will be the one that fits in here, and we can pull this lever and then just get everything spinning again. But it just, there's a post and there's a missing gear, and I don't know, Chief Wrenchfiddle was a little odd, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe one of you can make more sense of this than I can. And then you see that he just, you know, after the recent conversation, just kind of like turns off to the side and just like seems to have a little drink off to the side, like not really trying to hide it, but like a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a pile of gears here in this scenario, and the goal is to essentially pull that lever on the left and have things work accordingly. I will leave it at that, I suppose. We'll see how long this goes before I have to step in and just forward things along here. It's not like the cipher that can happen offline. So
Yeah.
What's the biggest or shiniest gear?
Okay. Let's say the one that's the same size as that one that's right there in the middle. The middle of these four is like a nice bright copper shiny gear.
I want to check it for copper with my mouth. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go over and like a Olympic gold medal style. I
Uh-huh.
need to. Tozer's gonna go in there and check it for strength.
The one that's on the okay, yeah. So you're in there, and it does appear to be so this I just want to point this out that he's like, please help, and your barbarian is chewing on the gears to figure out if this makes the most sense.
I don't want to come off as judgmental or nothing, but that's fucking gross.
I spin around with my witness me. No,
You have been witnessed. I don't know what more you want.
hey,
Unfortunately, you
it's
have
copper.
been witnessed.
It's copper. It's copper. Definitely
Fabulous.
copper.
Check mark that off. Now, what's next? So we're looking for gears. We gotta find gears to put them in here. How are we gonna do that? Look, we're just little goblins. We're little guys. What do we start with? How about let's use our eyes?
Let's go for a jump start. I'm gonna swing to hit
Okay.
the largest gear.
All right, go ahead.
That's 20. Unnatural.
Okay. Yeah, you smack into it, and you'll notice that the gears will they're the depending on, I guess, the biggest one, we'll say that's the one on the left. That one can kind of spin just totally freely. So you hit it and it's spinning freely.
It moves.
But, again, the other ones kind of don't spin, or they'll spin freely, but they're not obviously connected. If that makes sense.
Well, I bopped it.
think,
Can I twist it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pull it. The lever, when you try to pull it, it does not go.
I don't think there will ever be a session of this campaign where I will not face palm because of something that Robert says. I think I'm understanding something. I think if we take another gear and put it in that empty spot, something will happen. And that'll be all McConaughey says as he
Mhm.
just stares off in the distance.
Well, like I said, we need to find another gear. So let's find another gear
Why don't you
with
go
our
ahead
eyeballs.
and make me an intelligence check, LB?
Oh,
Oh boy. I am not that. I am not that.
Uh,
But, I'm not that.
would you have a better
No, because my wisdom is an 8. I rolled a 17 though.
Okay. All right. So that's okay. So what I will say is that looking at this, when Tozer slammed the gear on the left, it is spinning to the right. Okay. As you look at it, it's turning to the right.
Mhm.
And what you'll see is that the gears, that gear on the top right, looks like
Mhm.
it's spinning to the left,
Mhm.
and the other gears are spinning below it, attempting to spin to the right, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so can I take the littler gear off from the top right peg and put it on the empty peg?
You can. And when you do so, those gears are no longer bound up. And
Mhm.
were you to pull said lever, all of the gears will continue turn. See, it doesn't have to be that hard. This is not a
No.
this is not a crazy cipher.
I
Oh,
was like,
you misunderstand. You misunderstand the intent here.
am I
Oh,
the
I get.
smartest one? Am
You
I
might
playing the
be.
smartest
You
one?
might be.
All right. Yeah, she'll she'll walk over to it, look at everything. Oh, bless.
Mm.
And she'll look at the gears, see the problem, take off one, put it in the other, take a step back. Well, it's done.
By the way, I would like to point out that in this process, just I'm going to post it here because it's funny. I get a message. So Jake, who's not here, says, "What's this in our chat?" and then immediately proceeds to solve the puzzle and send it to me in a direct message and says, "This gear can't be here. It should be over here."
Yeah.
Oh, Jake.
I didn't know I was playing the intelligent one. I'm sorry. I should have solved it faster.
That's fine.
Robert also forgot there was a visual aid.
That's fine. So, and then Droop's like, "Oh my god, I'm such an idiot." It would.
Droop, I mean,
Well,
really.
thanks for that. It would be like Chief Wrenchfiddle to put gears in the wrong place just to mess with people. And he's like, "All right, well, that was surprisingly and frustratingly easier than I thought it was going to be." And you'll see he'll go around and sort of check and make sure that, again, with that lever pulled and everything sort of turning, that all of the gears are sort of moving along the way they're supposed to. So everything seems to be, nothing is powered at the moment, but everything is moving, again, by goblin power at the moment, just testing to make sure there's no parts where anything's catching or, levers or pulleys aren't working the way they're supposed to. And again, like I said, calling this thing a wagon is a little bit of a stretch. It has traditional, wagon, like bench seats, like an uncovered wagon here. But then there are also what was, I guess the best way I could describe it, are like gunner seats on the side of this wagon. You know what I mean? Like off to the side. There are no seemingly opportunity. Yeah, there's no. It also doesn't have like struts in the front where one would attach like horses to or any kind of pack animal to pull it. It's just kind of truncated front end with wheels. So how this thing moves doesn't seem to be at least readily available at this point. And once you kind of get everything up and running, Droop says, "All right, well, that was, again, like I said, frustratingly easy. But, all right, now it's time. All we got to do is install the engine, and we'll get to see what this baby can do. So come with me." And he'll pull you over to what was once Chief Wrenchfiddle's hut, and you'll go in and you'll kind of move through into like a back room where there's like a big chest, right? Zelda style big chest. However, this chest has been smashed open, lid ajar. There is all sorts of like scrawlings and like footprints and drag marks leading away. And there is like painted on the inside of the hut wall, it says "Saw Please," so SAWPLEES, rules with a Z on the wall. And you would know, as goblins of the Scrap Top tribe, that the Sawplea goblins are a rival, much less intelligent and are mechanical group of goblins that live somewhat nearby. And it appears they have stolen the engine for the wagon.
Lincoln.
Yes. That's actually Chief Wrenchfiddle's first name is Lincoln. Lincoln Wrenchfiddle.
Wrenchfiddle.
Yeah. And he's like, "Well, I can't believe they did this. Maybe you were something to you, what you were talking about before with all the way to live your life." Because I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I was here when it happened, but it's not here now. And we can't let them have it. We got to teach them a lesson. We got to go get this thing back.
Yeah, we got to smash him.
I mean, if that's what it takes.
I'm not about smashing. As long as it's for the Lord.
I'm not above smashing as long as it's for the Lincoln.
I mean, I think he would appreciate that. Yeah. Um,
And before the other players at this table worry, I will have other things to say. It's not only going to be about a goddamn Lincoln this whole game.
I don't know
yes.
what a Lincoln is. Something to do with logs, perhaps.
Mm.
No, it is the great machine that Droop is making. The machine.
What is a machine?
I don't know, but Droop makes them. It's got wheels and metal.
Hmm.
Yeah.
McConaughey-
Sounds made up.
I mean, isn't
McConaughey's like,
everything made up?
what if,
No.
what if we're
I
all
thought I
up?
made up my god. Turns
What if-
out, I just had a prophetic dream.
What if we're all made up? What if we're all just figments of someone's imagination, dancing like a couple puppets on a stage?
You know puppets aren't real. How dare you? They can't hurt you.
Aren't real. I don't know.
I'm gonna make a wisdom saving throw for Wizard's disassociation. Oh man! I had a pre-workout today with a 21. Let's get it. Let's smash these guys. Build the great machine.
All right. And you guys will set off following the drag marks into the mountains and the forest nearby. I will remind you all that the goblins that you know from the ones that were causing all of the problems for you in the main campaign are the Sopley goblins. So just to throw that out there, little through line for people who don't remember that I did give them that name, but that was like 21 episodes ago. So I don't know if people remember that. So, all right. So we are setting off following these footprints into the woods. I'm going to need a survival check from somebody here to track these. There's the drag marks continue through like the sand of the village, but once you start getting into like the rockier terrain and then into the forest, it starts to get lost in the mix there.
I can attempt it. I don't know
Okay.
how good that's gonna be.
I have a minus
feel like-
one, so please.
I feel like I'm just so close to doing Bishop. It's just throwing me off. All right.
I mean, that's fine. He
let's-
could be. Maybe they'll get to meet one day, and it'll just be the most
Oh,
southern
God.
conversation ever.
Is that Midgeon? Sorry, I saw that Farquaad haircut from a mile away.
What are we rolling on again, DM?
Survival check.
Yeah, let's go.
I got a 12.
Okay.
I got 5 on it. Plus 5. I got a 10.
All right. 12 is actually the DC that I have set for it. So,
Not my greatest efforts, it seems.
yeah, you guys will continue making your way through the forest, following what's left of these footprints. And you kind of make your way towards what looks like a small clearing here in the forest, surrounded by a bunch of really thick trees and underbrush. The ground is kind of uneven, so there's like patches of difficult terrain about. And as you guys get closer, I'd like everybody to make a perception check, if you would.
It's a thick tree.
It's a 15.
All right,
14.
14,
15.
15. Okay. You guys are able to realize that at this point, there is no wildlife making any noise at this point. No birds chirping, no crickets, no bugs. Things are eerily quiet as you approach this clearing in the middle of the forest. What would you like to do?
This would trigger my danger sense.
I would agree with that. We could make that.
I can't hear the birds. No squirrels. This isn't good. Not good.
I'm going to go into a rage. because I
Okay.
believe we're in danger.
All right. Anybody else have any other reactions as this happens?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, I have like divine sense
Okay.
that I could use.
Would you like to?
I sure would. Thank you for asking.
Go. Yeah. So, divine sense, I believe, detects fiends, celestials, and
Fiends.
undead.
Sense anything affected by the hollow spell, you can detect good and evil. Strong evil registers in your sense like a noxious odor.
Okay.
So it's
So
basically just, yeah, you can you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you.
okay. So nothing is registering as any of those within
Okay.
60 feet. Anything
All right.
from McConaughey.
McConaughey.
I don't know why I'm laughing already, but go ahead.
Just McConaughey. McConaughey is going to turn to Tozer and just say, "Some goblins follow the stars, others follow the smell of fresh bread. I follow the leather seats and the whisper of the wind of in Lincoln." Fuck, I fucked it up. But for bardic inspiration, I'm going to give Tozer a die of bardic inspirations a D8.
All right.
Get
I'm
your
gonna
mind right. We're not back in the Lincoln.
And I'm gonna pound the ground like Randy Orton a couple of times because I forgot I am a wild magic barbarian,
okay.
and the roots and ground of the forest is gonna gnarl up around us and protect us in this 15 feet around Tozer, as that is all difficult terrain for
All
my
right.
enemies.
Well, I'm gonna say at this point, whether it's divine sense kind of booming out or pounding the ground or incessant conversations about Lincolns, the enemies know you're here. You know they're here. Why don't we just have everybody go ahead and roll initiative at this point, and we'll see what happens.
Invisible initiative? What is this?
That's
I can
right.
smell them.
That's right.
That's a natural 20.
God damn. All
All
right.
right, all right, all right.
Mine's
So,
a 12.
all right.
Total's 24, just in case you need the full.
24.
Oh god, every day I'm in a different character sheet. There's the initiative. Uh,
11 for Eurobear, and then these guys. What are they gonna
do
roll?
I have?
You should have advantage, I think, or is that
Yeah.
not till 7? That might not be till
Yeah.
level 7.
Yeah, I don't think I have it yet.
All right. So, as we roll into our initiative here, first up is gonna be Droop, who's like, I don't really. All right, I guess. Um. All right, we'll just kind of see what happens, and I guess Bruce or Droop is gonna just take a patient defense at this
Bruce.
point. Bruce, I know he reminds me
His
of
real
my
name.
yeah. Oh, he reminds me of my feral child, who is of a similar nature as this whole party at the moment. Then it was just
Can't imagine why.
yeah, he will take a patient defense here as we'll go to McConaughey here. Now they haven't made themselves like known, but you know that there are enemies nearby.
Can I make a perception check to try to maybe spot where some of them might be?
100%. And we will not charge you any sort of action economy for this because you know they're there.
Free
13.
action.
Let's see. 13. Oh, they actually have decent stealth. Hang on. I'm gonna make it. Oh, never mind. Natural 1. So yeah, you find them. You're
Okay.
like, oh, there's 1, 2, 3. There's like 3
Okay.
what looked like seamingless bushes in the surrounding this clearing, and now as you kind of look at it, you're like, oh no, wait, that's very clearly 3 goblins in those bushes.
I am going to look in that direction. Just be like, we all just need to chill, and I'm gonna cast sleep
Oh, okay.
in that area.
All right, go ahead and roll your however
5d8.
many. Yeah, whatever it is.
13, 16, 22 points total.
Not a single one of them falls asleep.
Shit. Okay.
Oh,
After casting it, I still hear them fucking around. I'm like, all right, all right, all right. And I'll draw my rapier and just sort of wait for them to make themselves known.
Okay. Well, then it goes to their turn as you watch as three of them emerge from different bushes into this clearing. And something is sort of odd about them. First of all, they are wearing studded leather armor, which isn't uncommon, as you know, for goblins, just general goblins. But you recognize that none of them are wielding any weapon of any kind. There's no crossbow, no scimitars, nothing. Also, their eyes are kind of glowing this unearthly green color, and the top of their heads is sort of like elongated back. Much longer, almost not quite cone head, but much, taller than a traditional goblin's head should be.
Aliens.
Mm-hmm. As they kind of move their way out into the crowd, I'm going to say here, let's go. Oh, there is the difficult terrain to deal with. So first off, I'm going to say, McConaughey, you attempted to sleep. Go ahead and make a strength saving throw, if you would.
I will do just that once I find the right thing. That is a dirty 20.
Okay. You are able to stave this off as you see one of them sort of like reach out with a hand and it crackles with this green energy. And you feel this intense shove as though it's trying to shove you prone to the ground. And you're able to resist it completely. And essentially, because of the 15 feet of difficult terrain, none of them, they will take the dash action to just kind of position themselves all in amongst all of you within melee range of everybody, but that's their whole action, is just to get there.
hold up. What's their mouth region look like?
Are you asking if there's a second amount of like a second
Did you
mouth?
make goblin mind flayers? Is that what you did?
I did not. They do not have tentacles of any kind. But just for that, I like you to make a strength saving throw, even though you have advantage on it. Just go ahead, Tozer.
By suggesting it, they now have spawned tentacles out of their mouth. Thanks, Robert.
Ah, they're coming for our brains. I got all the saving throws. Huge saving throws. That's ability check. That's not a saving throw.
Those
Let's
are
do
different
this.
things.
Yeah.
Oh God, it got worse. It got so much worse. I rolled a 1 and a 5, so I got a 13.
That's okay. 13 is the number. You also resist the telekinetic shove. And then, LB, why don't you have for the last one here? They'll fire off a telekinetic shove at you. Go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
Okie dokie.
They're strong with their head movies.
19.
All right. Yeah, everybody's able to resist the telekinetic shoves, and then it will get to your turn, LB, as you have these. They all are, kind of trying to surround you all. So within melee range are these three kind of elongated head goblins.
All right.
Also,
I am going to-
none of them have spoken. Like all of this has been just like hand movements and stuff. No audible sounds have come out from this.
No semantics. All right. Well, I am going to try and hit them with my battle axe.
Go for it.
Haha. 24 on the first one.
That hits.
And not as good. 9 on the second one.
Well, 9 will miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
But the first one will hit.
As it should. That's going to be 8 damage.
Okay. 8 damage. You know what? So that I have the ease of why don't you go ahead? The one that you hit, let's give him some sort of, or her, some sort of defining image, some sort of quirk character feature that we can use to define them uniquely from the other two.
A mustache.
All right, so that's mustache, has 8 points of damage. Got it. All right, Robert, it goes to you.
What a lady in the street, but a beast on the character sheet. Let's
Mm.
go.
Mm-hmm.
I am definitely gonna roll the smash. So there's one with a mustache.
Yeah.
I want to go for the one with the biggest cone head.
All right, big head. Got it. Big head mode over here.
I'm gonna get a running start, and I'm gonna use my vicious maul.
All right, let's see it.
23.
Oh yeah, that hits.
16 points
Jesus.
of bludgeoning damage.
All right, it is still up. It is reeling a little bit from this, but still in the fight. It is bloodied, though, we'll say.
Let's see here. I don't think it gave me my rage damage.
It might not. That's like a stupid thing with D&D Beyond. So that's
Yeah.
what, 2 more, 3 more?
Should just be 2 more at this level.
All right, yeah. Well, go ahead and yeah, that I took the extra 2 damage on here, and they are bloodied. So feel free to take that second swing.
Oh, and because I didn't smash hard enough the first time, I'm gonna go Great Weapon Master, and I'm gonna take the 5 penalty.
All right,
I want the biggest smash on this cone head that I can get.
let's hope for the best here.
Here we go. Natural 20.
Jesus.
Oh
Christ.
God.
All right. Wow. Don't even bother. You can roll the damage for yourself, but
28
damage.
plus 10, 38.
Jesus Christ. All right, yeah. Well, go ahead and tell me how you kill, what this smash looks like on this big cone head over here.
Oh, it's like Pop Goes the Weasel. Just leap forward, spread the legs, everything, putting full ass into it, and it's like slam down on the coat head. I drive them physically about 1.5 feet into the ground, and you guys can't even see the damage of the bludgeoning before the vines reach up around and pull this goblin into the ground, and then there's just a pink mist that shoots out.
All right. While that happens, though, I need everybody here to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh joy.
Well,
Sorry, buddy. I hate to take your thunder here, but
I mean,
oh, suck it!
I rolled a 19,
17.
so that's a 17.
16.
okay.
Looks like Droop is the one who becomes the mind slave.
Yeah, Droop didn't do so well there. Let's see. Is it half? No. Okay, so everybody succeeds except for Droop. And
What if Sir Droop dies in our own little silly side campaign?
That happens, man. That's the danger of having a side campaign. Is that
Quest to
NPC?
resurrect Droop.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you watch as it explodes in a green psychic energy blast upon this thing being destroyed. At which point, Droop and one of the other ones, Mustache here, Mustache is going to take, and Droop are both going to take 4 points of psychic damage as this thing explodes. As though the amount of seemingly, again, it's hard to tell because it was literally just mystified. But It was almost as if there was so much psychic energy charged into this thing that when it had the opportunity to just let go, it did. Um, okay. Anything else for your turn there?
I
Toner?
get a bonus action.
Oh, you
Uh,
do. Great weapon
I would
master.
like to go to the second biggest head.
All right, so this is we're gonna call this one Little Big Head, and then we've got
It's my
Mustache.
favorite band.
Yeah. Go ahead and make your swing here on Little Big Head.
I will also great weapon master.
All right.
Let's do it. Come
How we do?
on. 15 to hit.
15 is the number.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Ooh, good roll. Good roll. 27 plus 10. Or no, yeah, it's 27. Yes, 27.
27. All right. This guy is hanging on by a thread, but they're still there. As they are just beat up, and you can kind of see like as the maul comes down and kind of hits them, there's like the kind of big sort of gash and a head wound that happens there. Like you could see this sort of green energy kind of like leaking out, almost like a weird psychic radiation coming out of its head.
Ew.
That being said, it is now Droop's turn, so he's gonna go to Little Big Head and go for a punch and miss with the first unarmed strike, and hit with the second unarmed strike, dealing 7 points of damage, at which point Little Big Head will also explode. I'd like everybody to make intelligence saving throws.
Damn it. Oh, okay. I'm still okay. 16. I hope.
15.
15 is good, 16 is good. How about
I'm
Zelena?
going. Oh, that's a 1, baby.
All right, you're going to take 6 points of psychic
Yo.
damage as this thing explodes. Droop also takes 6 points of psychic damage. At which point he will, you know what? We'll save, since we only have so many key points at this point. We'll just do a bonus action unarmed strike at Mustache over here with a 21 to hit, which will hit, and deal another 7 points. Mustache is now bloodied as well. All right, McConaughey.
There are 2 left, right?
Nope, it's just Mustache.
Oh, just Mustache now.
Yes.
Sometimes you drive a wagon. Sometimes the wagon drives you. Either way, you got to feed the horses licorice. And I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on the last remaining goblin.
All right, I gotta make a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes, DC 15.
Well, that is a natural 20 on the die roll, unfortunately.
All right, you know what? That's fine. The one time I don't make a comment about a Lincoln, natural 20. Well,
Yeah,
fucking,
that's
yeah.
fair. Anything else for McConaughey?
I mean, no, he's within melee, right?
Yeah, currently.
Okay. Then, yeah, he's just gonna.
Remember, you're
End his
all
turn.
goblins, so everybody can disengage as bonus actions. That's a thing that everybody can do.
Shit.
Because you're all goblins.
Okay.
Everybody
Yeah,
can
I will-
disengage and hide as a bonus action. Everybody can Fury of the Small.
duh.
Stuff like that.
I'm going to disengage and back up a little bit.
Fair enough. Then it goes to our last. It's Mustache's turn, as they sort of do a little twirl on their mustache. They're gonna move over to Zelena and first start with a attempted telekinetic shove, so I can get you to make a strength saving throw for me, LB.
Mm-hmm. So 12.
you will be knocked prone by the telekinetic shove,
Owie.
at which point it will move up to strike at you with its unarmed fists with advantage. So strike number 1 is a only let's see, that's an 11, 16.
Nope.
No, damn. All right, and then
Allie, baby.
attempt number 2 is a 18.
Why is Droop attacking me? My AC is 18, so yes,
All
that
right,
hits.
so it will deal. Sorry, this is the character sheet that I have open.
Mhm.
So it will deal to you 5 points of bludgeoning damage
Mhm.
and 2 points of psychic damage with this punch.
Rude, but
Um,
understandable.
and that is its turn. It is now your turn.
I'm gonna hit him right back.
All right.
Pow pow. I mean, battle axe. So. Don't
Boop
move.
this snoot.
By the. It's an 18 on the first one
That's good.
and a 17 on the second.
All right, both of those hit.
So the first hit is going to be 9 damage. The second one is 10 damage.
Okay, how do you destroy this final Sopley goblin here?
Yeah, she kind of like reels back a little bit from the psychic damage. It's like, I already get migraines. You don't need to be that mean. And she's gonna slice up with one and then slice down with the other, and then have her cigarette in hand somehow, take a puff and go, all right, who's next?
All right, and then when it dies, I need everybody to make intelligence saving throws again.
Ah!
Booger dog, come here.
Oh,
Booger
except
dog.
for
Come here, Booger.
McConaughey, because you moved back.
Damn right.
What can I save
18.
again?
Intelligence.
Oh yeah. That one.
18's good.
A 10. I'll give it a 10.
A 10 is a failure, so you will take 5 points of psychic damage.
You do have bardic inspiration as well, just in case. I don't know why I'm back into fucking Gable, but I did give you inspiration if you want to use it. Up to you,
I'm
Todd.
rolling. I'm using it to smash.
That works.
I'll move
Uh,
up to the next one with the rest of my
Oh,
movement.
that's it. That's all 3.
Just kidding. She's
I could have another one show up if you'd like.
No.
No?
Well,
Zelina, you're just really going to town on that tree.
what can I say? I have a lot of rage.
All right.
So, that was weird. Anyone else?
Yeah, I never really.
What's happening?
I think there's a dog.
What's happening?
I think there's a
Is
dog.
there?
Oh no.
There's a
And
something.
NVIDIA Cam takes the dog out. What do they have against dogs? That's so strange. Booger,
Everybody
you're
tweet
a
at
vampire.
NVIDIA. What do you have against dogs?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What is up with that?
That's so weird.
Booger dog.
Yeah. So, at this point, Droop will be like, "Yeah, I don't. I saw some bodies of goblins that look like this, but the other ones that I was around when I got stuck in that manor in Phandalin didn't have these weird heads and this weird psychic power. This is bizarre."
Could I make some sort of check to see if I understand what's going on with them? If it's physical or arcane in nature or something like that?
Yeah. What would you think? I mean, it sounds like Arcana check based on that, but.
Sure. None of them are great.
Yeah,
We're missing our intelligent based character.
that's fair.
I got this.
Yeah.
I don't got this. Don't ever
I
listen
rolled a
to me.
7.
It's definitely not punchy power. So something You know what? It doesn't track with what you know of the divine,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it
Well,
doesn't seem divine in nature,
mm-hmm.
at least as far as what power you've been granted, anyway.
Yeah. And it looks like the Great Scourge did not do this. Hard to say what else it could be.
Mm,
Anybody else would like to
But
make an Arcana check? They're welcome to.
done.
Can I get advantage using magical awareness?
Oh, that's your whole thing that you have is that subclass feature. Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's surprising. 16. I forgot that my build was actually somewhat decent.
And how about Tozer?
So before Bronson went on his strange trip, Tozer originally is the one who imbues themselves with wild magic, and I'm gonna pull out a little pocket snack.
Okay. All
Uh,
right. We're going to
I'm
go
gonna
on
pull out
a little
Like
bit
a
of a
thinking.
trip here.
yeah. Well, hey, it's micro dosing. Okay, this is 2024. Uh, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna snack on that hint of the what do they call that? Hint of the woods. Yeah, a little tasty bite. I'm definitely top teething a little bit. Little piranha action with my overbite. And is it a Arcana check that I'm making?
Yeah.
Here we go. Arcana advantage. 17.
All right. So between McConaughey and Tozer, it is definitely not divine. It's also not arcane in nature. You guys have never really encountered this, but either in your travels or what you kind of saw on a trip somewhere sometime, have been gifted the knowledge of that psionics are a thing, which is mind magic. Sort of, it doesn't really, in some instances, it can replicate the effects of arcane or divine magic, but it's neither. And it's usually involves psychic abilities, usually no noticeable components, telekinesis, telepathy, all that kind of stuff.
Something tells me that their minds just sort of evolved past what we understand as simple goblins.
I
I
think
gotta
it's
have whatever it is that they've been smoking. That sounds pretty fucking all right.
I think it's more like it's a large, like a camel's hump. There's a lot of weight, excess moisture and fat inside of that, and it puts pressure down on their brain, and it makes it do wild things.
Can I
Sounds
have
made
one of
up, but
those?
I'll trust you.
You're very accommodating, Selena. I like that about you.
Thank you. I think I'm great.
All right then.
Mostly because I worship the Great One. Why wouldn't he choose me?
Sure. Anyway, let's keep tracking these goblins. When you guys look
Anyway,
around, you don't see. Well, you guys don't actually know what the engine looks like, but you don't see anything that looks to be. Let me rephrase that. Let's go ahead and get everybody to roll me. You know what? Just because
Yeah.
this is a fun time, let's go ahead and have everybody roll a percentile and see what we find here
Ugh.
in these woods.
96. Ah, that's a sad night.
Close, so close. So
So
close.
And yet so far away.
Uh,
But
10.
good.
all right. I'll start with you because you rolled first there, LB. You find because what if is not a Droop based stream without trinkets. So you find a goblet that can turn any alcohol beverage poured into it into water, but it still retains the alcohol's original flavor.
Ah,
Lame.
perfect.
Hey, you guys
I
were
said perfect.
McConaughey, you got a 10.
Yep.
All right. It is just a plague doctor mask. What did you get, Brown
Nice
or
nose.
Robert?
59.
59. Oh God. Wow. So this is almost insensitive, but funny that it worked out this way because it was just a generic thing for barbarians, but it's a photo album titled The True Events of the Goblin Massacre. Gives a +2 bonus to intimidation checks towards goblins.
Oh shit!
Holy
You know what
shit.
happened? I was there.
And so I went smashing.
I will
Wow.
rule it. It is a photographic memory collection of all of my. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Love that. Let's go ahead and
So
roll.
I can stare at all of my faces of death and give myself reverse trauma.
And Droop, what does Droop find for himself over here in the woods?
Yeah, because Droop needs more.
A meteor hammer that functions like a whip that's a monk weapon. So if we want to... I don't know how Drunken Master's going to work with a meteor hammer. I feel like there's bad news there, but, either way.
Hammer
At least
whip.
there's a chance if he rolls low enough, he'll hit himself in the face.
And wraps it around the foot and then whack right back in the forehead.
We've all watched Instructor Ben say on TikTok. We
Yeah,
know how
exactly.
that shit works.
Yes, 100% we have. Okay. And now I would like somebody to roll me a actually have everybody roll me a perception check. We've got our fun little trinkets. Let's see if we can't who's gonna find
Rolling.
a magical thing here in the woods.
23.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Damn it, Robert, I got a 21.
I got a 5.
All right, I'm not gonna give it
Barb
to
is
Droop.
stacked.
All right, so 23, you said, Robert?
Yep.
All right, and you wield it's a two-handed maul, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what we can come up with.
I rolled no dump stat when I made
Yeah,
the roll.
that's right. I recall this now.
Oh,
Tw-
flashbacks.
20, 18, 19, 12, 14, 15. I'll never roll a character like this again in my life.
That is
Forgot about that.
fair. And you use a maul and no armor, I assume. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you're making this
Goblin loincloth.
you're making this difficult for me. Well, let's find something we can give you here.
Zelina, you know, it's easier to spot things.
Boom!
Open your eyes.
Thank you. You beat me to it. I was just about
I'm on
to.
it.
Nope, not that. Okay, you know what? That seems like way too strong. But this is a one shot, kind of, that I'll end up having some sort of long term nonsense for me in the future here.
Here's the one ring.
Yeah, here you go. Have the one ring.
I'm gonna go seek out Bronson, pledge my fealty.
Yeah, right.
Hand my items over.
I will be your squire.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just did a video on this today. Hang on. Let's go get this one because I thought it was weird. I'm gonna give you that's the wrong book. Hang on. Sorry. It's Quest
The
from the Infinite.
Necronomicon. The Goblin Necronomicon.
The Goblinomicon. The Goblinomicon.
There you go. There you
Say
go.
the phrase in your individual accents. I'm sure it'll go super well.
Please give me the goblin nom.
Listen, I think it'd be fine. Only a fool would mess that up. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm gonna give
The
you
latch.
the because this is weird and it would work with could potentially work with a barbarian too. I'm gonna give you the Staff of Ruling. It's called.
Oh my God.
So
It's so good at measuring, guys.
Oh, do your rules.
you can go ahead and just find that in D&D Beyond. Does things like lets you summon basically a traveling ball of lightning energy, summon a giant snake that's better than any Beastmaster companion. Who said that out
Okay.
loud?
Okay. Shade. Little
Yeah, a
shade.
little bit. Or just deafen a whole bunch of people. God damn it, the bots are.
So I want to live my my best World of Warcraft life. Can
Sure. What
this
do you?
can this be a totem that I wear on my back like a Tauren?
100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the totem of ruling here.
Yes.
All
What
right.
what would this totem look like then? Is there any particular flavor where I pull this thing out?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Uh yeah, you know what? This is going to be it is, let's see, bronze in nature, this totem, and it
Oh,
is going to look like a horse,
The
like a
great
Brosian
machine.
horse.
The Frozen horse.
This
oh,
is an
let's go.
ancient Brosian totem.
Oh man, dude, the Brosians keep getting more like the Dwemer dwarves of Elder Scrolls every day, and I'm here for it. Mm.
I just every time I hear Brosians, I just think of like a magnificent like statue of like a dude just looking ripped, like mid battle. He's got a big spear, whatever. But then he's got like a backwards upside down visor and some awful sunglasses
Yep, nope, that is 100%.
and
So
like a
people don't,
prime in his hand.
Oh God, you could never unsee it.
I mean,
Yeah.
He's
maybe,
drinking Mike's hard lemonades.
yeah,
Oh,
people don't often talk about like that's some of the stuff like the statues, the statues that were made out of stone, like, it starts eroding from the top, down. So like the
Mm-hmm.
head is gone on most of the statues, so nobody knows that that's actually what they look like. They just have like the body of the warrior with the spear. No one sees the upside down visor and sunglasses. Or if it
Ugh.
gets down to the neck, you can't tell that there was actually a popped collar in there as well.
awful.
Um, yes.
I can't explain why, but that statue just looks supremely douchey.
Jaeger bombs? Jaeger bombs?
Yeah, Jaeger Bob's that fucking video.
Oh, classic. All right. I would like another survival check now that you've kind of gotten thrown off. Well, apparently on the right trail as you make
Mhm.
your way towards this, but you have since
Making it.
offset yourself and need to recenter to find the path.
Eh. I got 13.
All right. With a 13, it's only a 12, right? You're able to find back on your way here as you make your way further into the forest. Um, and it's as you're making your way through, you are seeing uh kind of chunks, as though over time things have started to make their way unearthed, making their way up to the surface. There are chunks of rocks and pieces of things of ruins as you're making your way through, um that are eroded to the point where you can't actually tell if there's any sort of working to the stone or anything like that. But it's still very foresty terrain, but there are rock chunks and pieces of pillars and things as you're making your way further through here. And as we're going, I would like somebody to make me. You know what? Let's start with this. What's the marching order? Or are we going all because we're goblins? Is everybody just kind of balled up together, or is there a marching order? How does this work?
I am I feel like McConaughey would just stick in the middle or towards the back and let these other two lead the way. He's too busy like staring off in the distance and just muttering to himself as he
Mm-hmm.
follows behind the other two.
I would definitely be as much out front as I can.
Yeah,
For
I
better
feel
or worse.
like she Yeah, I feel like she would let the barbarian go first because I don't think that Zelina would fight that. She's
Okay.
like, I know you're gonna do that. Just be friend. That's fine. Even though I have more AC than you, it's okay.
Well, thank you for getting all this hype train that the party has started. Appreciate that. Thank you guys.
I've been
Uh,
forgetting Midgeon Fest for so many weeks now. And now I
yes, that's
remember.
true. Well, we could have had Midgeon, and then, well, too bad.
Darling.
Dog.
That's all I could say in that voice.
All right. So I would like you to make me an investigation check. I'll let you make this at advantage there, Robert, because of your danger sense.
Danger, Will Robinson. What check am I making again?
Sorry, investigation at
Investigation. Got it.
advantage.
Let's go. Oh, yeah, much better. 2 and a 17. 18.
Wow, that's one hell of a swing on that.
Ooh.
Okay. You guys are kind of moving along through the forest, and you manage to, as you're kind of, because of the nature of Tozer to just kind of be this bulldog and just kind of make your way and just kind of trailblaze whether there is a trail or not. You kind of trailblaze yourself right through a tripwire, but you manage to kind of pull yourself back as you watch in a very Return of the Jedi style Ewok trap with two big logs just in front of you come swinging in. And could have made very similar to what happened to Big Head back before in that fight. Could have just had a nice little job right there with Tozer Head, but you managed to dodge out of the way there.
Big smash!
Apparently, there be traps in these woods. So,
Mind Flayer goblins. Sounds like we're headed to Cholt. This
I mean,
is
you just keep giving me ideas, my dude.
the
just
Forest
keep-
of Annihilation.
The Forest of Annihilation. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Somebody roll me a percentile. We'll see if the T-Rex comes wandering by that spits up goblins.
I'm refusing it.
I am riding a laser shooting dinosaur before this is over.
I am telling the DM no.
Okay, fine. It'll just be it'll just be a velociraptor instead. Okay. So as you continue on, are you still kind of barreling along here? Or are we going to take our time keeping an eye on looking out for traps?
Danger, excited. I'm going to continue to keep rolling.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
pull Zelina for just a moment. I think we should just go ahead and let Tozer trigger whatever traps they want, and then we'll just sort of meander our way through. What do you think?
Well, I'll ask you this. Have you seen their stats? I don't think they're gonna trigger shit. I think they're gonna find all of them.
Ah, yes. Stats. All we are is just stats on a paper somewhere. Just a piece of paper with a bunch of numbers on it. Just part of a story that we'll never get to see. What are we talking about? I spaced out.
I wish you'd stop saying weird shit.
Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw to just deal with your own existentialism here.
Yes.
With your own, not me.
Fucking hell, no. That's a 1. That's a 1.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just take like a solid 4 psychic damage as you you're just really start to turn to look to the camera, and then oh wait, there's no camera. What am I talking about? There is no fourth wall. What is this? and just break yourself back into like, oh yeah, right, we're traveling through the forest. All right, Robert, can you make me a dexterity saving throw with advantage, if you would?
I'm gonna lay on hands myself, by the way,
Yeah, of course.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh, totally unrelated. I just want to say that I haven't read the item sheet for the Staff of Ruling in a while, but I
Mhm.
love that the third paragraph is just staff to snake.
Yeah, it is. It's unfortunate that we won't get sticks to snakes as a spell officially in 5e for some stupid reason. But that is the closest you're going to get to sticks to snakes as a spell. And I
Snakes.
love that.
My staff to snake.
The sneaky little snake.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
23.
welcome back to that. Yeah, all right. You managed to in a very cartoon style way like step on something and it gives way and you kind of like look down and realize it and hop out of the way to this like punji trap that you just kind of jump over. That has like a 10-foot pit there and you can see this sort of bamboo shoot spikes sticking up out of the way as you continue on through the forest
Oh,
and then
I just realized Tozer isn't. Tozer's just the manifestation of Dot Warner from Animaniacs.
yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of see that
I
actually.
see
Now
it.
that you say it.
Yeah.
All right, and then one last, if you would, uh, dexterity saving throw.
You got it. $19.
Jesus Christ.
All right, and you know what you're traveling along and you accidentally trip and stumble and kind of when you hit the ground is when you land on the pressure plate, but because you land face down, the kind of swinging branch that just goes right over top of your head because you're down on the ground and it just totally misses right over top of you. Um, at this point, though, I would say all of you start to just um, you hear sort of a flapping, like a continual like almost flapping sound on the breeze, and start to get this sort of scent in the air of like. At first, it kind of gives you this sense of uh, like it starts off kind of sweet almost before it kind of slowly starts to make its way into a more carrion, rotting smell. At which point, when you kind of push yourself back up onto your to your feet there, Tozer, and look around, you can see that there are several corpses here in this sort of area amidst where this trap was. You see some larger sort of head skeletons here, amidst other things, some looking like maybe that's a deer over there, or, part of a fox and things. As you are descended upon by a cloud of green and orange. And then as it gets closer, you all see that the flapping and this sort of smell and these green and orange is just a large style swarm of butterflies. I'd like everybody to roll for initiative.
I don't like Cujo does not like.
It's the flappening.
God damn. That's a 13 for me. Flappening?
Oh, that's what I heard.
God. There. You already got 3 face palms tonight. Stop going for the
8.
record.
You get a whole week of this, buddy, in person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited.
15.
15, and then our good buddies, the butterflies, get a.
God, we so just walked into a face circle. Oh God.
Oh. Why do you have to say those words?
All right. You're
do
actually
you
up
say-
first here, Tozer.
Oh man, it is just a.
It is
Are
the
these
size of
four?
it is the size of a horse. It is a 10-foot, if this was on a map, a 10-foot by 10-foot square. It has not made its way to you yet, but you are small goblins. It could engulf all of you if it chose to just swarm around you all.
I'm gonna smash you back into a caterpillar.
I'm gonna run and swing Great Weapon Master on the mass.
I bet it still squishes.
All right, go ahead.
Let's do this, and I will bonus action rage,
Sure.
and that means I will hit the table.
All right.
Devon,
Yeah.
Get that wild magic table.
number deuce, the deuce.
He takes a
Let's see.
deuce.
Oh, perfect. Teleport up to 30 feet into an unoccupied space you can see. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect on each of your turns as a bonus action. I want to go 30 feet up
Okay.
for extra velocity.
All
If I
right.
can
Yeah, 100%.
all right, you just tell me if I do hit.
All right.
Let's go. More gas, more go. 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage, and we'll tack on another 3d6 for the fall damage, for the velocity here.
Oh, perfect. Oh, there we go. I will use my re-rolls because I rolled 2 1s.
Mhm.
So D&D Beyond doesn't do isn't doing the re-rolls anymore.
I
That's
don't. Yeah, it's
okay.
It's had a time.
All
You
right.
know, with
And
all
you
that
said how many
money.
velocity? All that money.
Yeah, 3d6 for the velocity.
Awesome. I'm at 20 right now. Oh, good roll. Made up for it. 33.
33. You will notice that it doesn't take as much of the damage as you thought, and it will only take 16 points of that damage there.
Oh my god.
All hail Mothra.
But now, as you have landed amidst this, you don't take any of the falling damage, as just the sheer amount of butterflies sort of lessen the impact as you land in this space. You are, however, now surrounded by these butterflies. I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw. This one will not be at advantage because you're having a hard time seeing from the amount of butterflies in your face.
23.
All right, you're fine then. You're fine.
I am also rolling unbelievable tonight on D&D Beyond.
Let's hope that the flip side of this carries over to Foundry tomorrow. Go ahead and make your second attack if you would.
Let's go. And yeah, Great Weapon Master again. 21 minus 5, so 16.
That hits. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. That little under your breath damn. Mm-hmm. That's the name of the game tonight.
22 points.
Okay, so 11
Oh,
points.
I get a 1 reroll.
Okay.
Let's go. So it goes from down to 21, so 25.
25. Got it. 13 points. All right, now it's its turn. You're in its space, so it's going to attack you then. Well, it's going
Bring
to
it
try
on.
to bite you here.
Oh, bitten by a butterfly.
Well, we can't get 16 than that. That is a
Really
dirty
piss off
20.
Nature.
Dirty 20 hits, I assume?
Dirty 20 hits.
All right. That is 23 points of piercing damage, which you'll cut in half because you're raging.
These things are beastly.
And then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, if you would.
Butterfly, sugar, baby. Con save. Is this against is this a
Loading.
not a charmed effect, is it?
It is not, no.
Okay, cool. All right. Con save 17.
All right. You don't take anything additional. It is McConaughey's turn.
All right, all right, all right. These butterflies, like how big is the swarm?
It is large size.
Okay. I would like to snap my fingers in the space just above Tozer so it still gets a lot of
Yeah.
the swarm, and I'm going to cast Shatter
Okay.
at
Go ahead.
3rd level. The swarm needs to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
DC 15. That is a failure.
Okay.
Yeah. Get it, McConaughey.
That's 22 points of thunder damage.
All right. It takes all of that thunder damage.
And just for theming, the sound of the shatter is the sound of a Lincoln horn.
Okay. LB, you're up.
Okie dokie. I am going to go up to it and hit it. Does this thing? This is an action to divine sense it. So I am going to just attack it and hope that my smites do damage.
When in doubt, smite is usually never a
When in
bad
doubt,
call.
smite it out.
Hey
Alright.
yo, that's a
First
t-shirt.
one.
Well, until the new book releases, but either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When in doubt,
21
bonus
on a-
action, smite it out, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry. 21 hits.
Okay, and a 22 for the second one. I'm going to put a smite on the first.
All
I'm
right.
going to put a... I'll do a first level searing smite on it. So
Okay.
for the first one, it's going to be plus 4.
Midget art is so
So
stupid.
7 slashing damage and 5 fire damage. And then the second hit is going to do 12 slashing damage.
Okay. The slashing, I was gonna say the slashing damage doesn't seem to be doing as much. But go ahead, you said you were gonna do something else?
I was just gonna use my I used my bonus action to smite, so no, that's it.
You can smite again. It's
I
without
can
a
smite again.
divine. We currently live in the world of 2014, where smite spells are different than divine smite, which is just triggered on a hit. So you can smite without using a smite spell whenever you hit. So you could just choose to smite and burn another spell slot to do an additional 2d8 radiant damage.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do.
Go ahead and roll your
Max
2d8.
smiting.
Right. That's 8 radiant damage.
All right. Now, this is an odd one, but how do you want to kill this swarm of butterflies?
There you go.
Her axe starts to glow red as she puts this divine smite on it. And as she does, she just yells, "For the battle lord!" And then just explodes.
You are such a Fire Emblem Three Houses character, and I'm so here for it.
All right,
Well,
yeah.
I got the final hit again. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, the butterflies all just kind of keel over dead.
The disgusting creatures, really.
Yeah.
Never
We're
seen
goblins,
it in
right? We like
Lincoln.
gross stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it depends.
You keep
You're
saying.
your own. You're your own goblin, LB. You live your own life. You could hate disgusting things. That's
No,
fine.
I'm not my own goblin. I'm a goblin for the Lord.
That's true. You're right.
Oh, Jesus.
Silly of me to say anything otherwise.
How dare you?
God damn it.
I don't have my censor button over here at home. I was gonna be like, I'm gobbling these.
I know. Listen, do you know how hard it is for me not to describe these psionic goblins as mind goblins? Do you know how hard it is to not accidentally say that every time? I feel like it might have been like a joke that Watsy made this stat block and just was just like, someone's gonna say it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would like to roll a survival
Mhm.
because I think that I could whip up a mean paraglider with a couple of these wings.
Oh, okay. Well, they are right. So the swarm is large size, but they are still regular sized butterflies. Just to throw it out there.
Oh, I thought I was fighting
A
horse
giant.
size.
No,
Yeah.
it is a horse sized swarm of regular sized butterflies.
Oh, the mushroom. The
Would you
mushroom.
rather face one
Yes.
one horse-sized butterfly or 100 butterfly-sized horses?
Oh, the mushroom was not a microdose.
LB, go ahead and roll me a percentile for that great joke. We'll give you a free trinket for that one. Oh, and guess what? Chat gave you another one. You get two.
Problem.
Hell yeah! 60 for the first one.
All right. 60 is well, I mean, you're really in tune with the Lord here. A handful of soil from the site of where you want your grave to be.
Oh shit.
That's
Jesus, Lathander Christ.
Don't
that's
you
a
take
little
that
more
name.
good.
And
How
one more.
dare you in my presence?
One more if you would.
30.
30. All right. A dragon chess set that will play against you as a worthy opponent.
That's pretty cool. I want one.
Nice.
You get your own little chess
Maybe if you
master
ask
here.
really nicely, I'll let you use it.
Well, all right. In return, I'll let you drive the Lincoln.
He's like, I
I
don't
don't
really
know how
think
to
that's
drive.
yours. All right, whatever. Anyway, so you guys will as you kind of continue having dealt with the undead butterfly swarm and that stumbling your way through the traps as though it was nothing but easy to do. Oh, well, here comes the trinkets. So go ahead and roll me a percentile there, Robert. As Tozer gets a trinket here as well.
My D100 is missing one of its die on the button.
Huh.
It's just a single one.
All right. You tell me.
One.
One.
Oh,
Is
shit.
that hold, yeah, that's one, right? Yes. 001, not 100. One.
Okay. A business card for therapy.
I mean,
Excuse me?
that checks out. After realizing I'm just scooping up small butterfly wings and it's not a large one, there's an old card that's laying down there.
Well, that's always an option.
You sometimes need help getting grip on reality. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's all right.
You know who you should talk to? The Conquering God, of course.
Oh, and
He's a great
McConaughey,
listener.
I need a percentile from you as well.
Let me just find my dice here. 87.
7 for the bard. Okay. A lute specifically designed to channel electricity gives the music a buzzing sound that some people love and others hate.
So basically, I just got an electric guitar. Fantastic.
Yes.
Awesome.
There you go. So, as you guys continue onward through the trinket-filled undead butterfly forest, you make your way to what looks to be some sort of like uh, calling it a fortress or a palace is a stretch. It's kind of like an amalgamation of discarded machinery pieces that kind of forms a sort of tower, if you will. And there is sort of, different pieces that lead to what looks like a large entrance to some sort of main building. You have made it to the Scrap Palace.
The Scrap Palace.
By the gods, it's beautiful.
I've
Now-
seen better.
Wow, it's so. Everybody's.
Selena, it's kind of difficult to please you, isn't it? I mean, I feel like anything that comes up is just not at the level you need it to be.
Unless it's the
Well,
Lord.
That's true. I mean, you could try to please me if you'd like, but no one ever has.
It shows.
That's how I told my first husband.
Oh man. Oh, but not. Did not expect that one. Okay. Anyway, you're at the outskirts of the Scrap Palace. How do you want to? You can see the sort of main entrance is, while there aren't cars, it's essentially like a junkyard, like car door is like the main entrance. As far as you know right now, no one knows you're here. Do you have any plans for how you want to try to go inside and approach this? And we'll say that for the purpose of this, you can see a very clear drag mark that leads into that door, seemingly showing where the engine was taken.
Tozer, you've sort of been leading the charge here.
Yes.
What's your thought?
And I'm going to run directly into that pathway.
We must find the great machine.
Shh. I was hoping to have a conversation first. That's fine.
And then there she goes.
You gave me the green light.
All right. God damn it. Okay. Yeah, so you run full speed ahead right to this door, huh?
If Sepix Prime isn't in there, I'm gonna be incredibly disappointed.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and we're gonna call this a retroactive perception check. So go ahead
Okay.
and make me a perception check if you would. When Toaster takes off running, what do the rest of you do?
Oh, finally got me 2 and a 4.
Okay.
I got a
All right.
9. I got a 9.
I'm gonna say a quick little prayer to myself.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
burn that.
bonus action hide.
Okay.
I want to use that inspiration. What is your inspiration die? Is it a D8?
It's a D8.
Yes, it's a D8.
Go for it.
Bail me out of jail. Bail me out of jail. 13 now.
Okay. I mean, it's not too bad. What's McConaughey doing here?
McConaughey is going to follow Selena's lead and just go, they say goblins can't swim, But who needs water when you've got dreams? And he's just gonna hide in a bush.
All right, can I get you both to
The
make
bush
me?
slowly appears as he ducks down. It comes up as he goes down.
All right, I'd like you all to make stealth checks if you would. Well, not
13.
Tozer. 13, 11 for Droop. McConaughey.
Give me a second. Gotta get to my skills page. Stealth, that is an 18.
Okay. So you all attempt to hide, and your retroactive perception check here, Tozer, is as you're running, you see, for a lack of a better term, lasers. Joop, 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 as you're running up this corridor, and you're running through tink, tink, in like in an opposite version of like cool guys don't look at explosions. You're just running through them all, so they're blowing up behind you constantly. But you set off about like 6 explosions on your way over there. Just you guys all hide, and then you just watch as just multiple explosions, just 6 in a row. And then you see Tozer at the door. And then we'll say, for all intents and purposes, there's like it starts off slow because it's probably a hand crank, and then it's like as a siren starts to go off at the Scrap Palace. Yeah, I know, I heard it, but yeah, you get this siren starts to go off now at the Scrap Palace. Like from at the one of the upper areas, there's like there must be some sort of like megaphone style thing worked into all of the junk that's up there. They know you're here now. What would you all like to do?
Well, when the Lord wants to take you, she was great. She was good. Do you want to do something else now?
Damn. Wow. Just right under that bus. Turns out there's
Look,
like
she
half
ran
of a
under it.
bus
I don't know
over
what you
there,
want me
you
to
know.
do.
McConaughey is gonna reach into his robe and just pull out the necklace that is the hood ornament of a Lincoln. Kiss it. He's going to draw his rapier. Well, if I go out, it's gonna be going out blazing.
Okay.
God, I wish I knew this movie because these references are probably spot on.
Oh, shit. All right. He's gonna take off a dead sprint to go and help Tozer.
Well,
When in
Droop?
Brome, and he just takes off.
God damn it, no.
He just takes off running after McConaughey as you guys all, as Zelena following suit as well.
Yeah.
All right, you all are at the explosions having triggered the main area on alert. You are at the front door. You could just reach through the broken window and pull up the little door latch to push the button to unlock the door to go inside. Is that the plan? Or are you guys going to try to fortify the outside? What's your move?
I'm going to, once the door is opened,
Mm-hmm.
Zelena is going to try to intimidate the camp.
Okay.
She's going to brandish her axe and sort of rip open her the thing that was covering her armor, and you see the red axe upon her chest, and she says, "This is gonna be weird in this voice." "We have the battle lord on our side. What do you have? Nothing. You're nothing. And all of you are going to die if you don't submit to us now."
All I
don't know
can
what you're talking about.
freaking
That was fantastic.
yeah, and I just constantly, I know it's just like a general kind of transatlantic, but it just gives me 100% the announcer from Legend of Korra is all I'm getting.
Yes. Last time on Legend of Korra.
The fire ferrets found themselves in a real tough situation.
Real pickle.
Anyway,
Buckle up for airbending training.
again.
He's been playing too much Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what that's really what it is. Okay, I guess make me an intimidation check.
It's a 21.
Okay. That's pretty
Look, I'm
good.
good at one thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me just get to this guy's stat block here. Where is it? It's
Are
all the
they
way
a
down.
goblin that's as big as a horse, or
A horse. Or
We've
5
circled
horses that
around
are as
again.
small as a goblin.
oh, little goblin horses, little party pony, get a party pony.
So you see that several of these goblins come prepared here. Most of them, again, looking similar to the ones that you fought outside with the sort of elongated cone-like head, brandishing the, just their fists. You'll notice one of them who's kind of in the back, sort of seemingly lording over them, um, does not, again, doesn't wield a weapon of any kind. But you watch as you make this announcement, they're pretty far at the back, and you watch as they kind of like do a little punch their fists together, and then their hands come apart. There are like glowing green psychic blades coming off of the upper parts of their fists. And most of them are immediately kind of cowered by your intimidation check. And I'd say at least let's see, how many do we want to put in here? We'll put, for the purposes of this, we'll put 6 of the kind of underlings, if you will. And it's like you're kind of in like a main sort of antechamber when you come inside the Scrap Palace, and you can see that there is what looks like either a staircase or a hallway that leads off into some other area here. So you've kind of got these 6 kind of groups, 6 mind goblins there. We'll go ahead and say it. Right there in this room, and in the back is the mind goblin commander in the back here. And most of them, I'd say at least the first 3 immediately just are like shaken, resolve, just destroyed, don't know what to do. And the back 3 start to question what goes on as you watch the sort of glowing green psychic blade one kind of put like a finger to his temple and focus, and you watch as those 3 closest to him sort of snap out of the fear and almost glaze over their eyes as they all look over to all of you. And the commander in the back says, we have Ruxathid. We don't need your god. And I'd like you to
Who the
roll for
fuck is
initiative.
that?
I'd like you to roll for initiative if you would.
Oh shit!
That's a 23.
Okay, McConaughey, 23.
The age I was when I drove my first.
I don't know this movie, but I'm assuming that Lincoln's play a big part in it.
It was a commercial.
Commercial.
Yeah,
It was a commercial
was a
series for the Super Bowl.
Matthew
It started
McConaughey. Yes, Matthew McConaughey was the spokesperson for Lincoln Cars
Cars.
for a while, and his
Oh,
commercials
I
were always
thought-
like weird esoteric phrases that had
Mhm.
nothing to do with the car.
Mhm, mhm.
They just
And it-
let him go, and it
They
gets
let him
weird.
go, and it got so popular that Jim Carrey showed up on SNL doing an imitation of Matthew McConaughey, but he would just say the most random shit.
I thought this was from that movie where he's like, high school. I like high school girls because they never.
Dazed
Dazed
and
and
Confused.
Dazed and
Confused.
Confused?
Yeah.
Wait, you've never seen? Never mind. We're not shaming you for not seeing Dazed and Confused, but still,
Oh shit! Natural
but we are
20.
like a little bit. But how about those initiative rolls? What did Tozer get, Robert?
Natural 20.
All right, Zelena,
16.
16. All right, let's get Droop here. Oh, Droop, 12.
Droopy 12.
No, don't like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
That conjured an image that is not safe for work.
no, it is not. Uh,
But you know what is safe for work? Those Lincoln commercials.
God damn
Give it a
it.
droopy 6.
Doesn't help.
All right. I'm sorry, Tozer, you're up first.
Ah! I was already raging when I ran in.
Yep.
So I went for the biggest cone head the last time. I shall continue to go for the biggest cone head. Point of reference. I'm assuming that we've taken a short rest to re-rolled some hit die.
We could have made that argument while you guys were searching around. I think that would be a reasonable thing to say you did.
That's super nice of you.
I'll give you guys that. I mean, you were spending some time, looking around, finding things. So go ahead and anything you want to recharge. Recharges on a short rest. Consider it recharge. Roll some hit dice if you'd like. Go for that.
All right.
Get those bardic inspirations back.
Good. My existential damage has been healed.
That's the hardest to heal, so you should be
Yeah.
thankful.
I called the therapist. That's on the card that Tozer found.
It's a very important card. Yeah. I am not going to stop doing what I'm doing, and I am going to roll on my wild magic chart. Let's see what pops off. Fiver. Let's go. Wild magic. What do we do at a 5? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before the rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 of force damage. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Damn.
And I will great weapon master Big Head Goblin.
All right. You can run on over there to Big Head Goblin. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Let's go. Ooh, not so hot. Not so hot. 15.
That will
Or no, that's a 10. It's a
that'll-
10 because I got to take the 5 off.
That will miss. And it just kind of sneers at you. Smiles.
You know what?
Little green lightning crackles across the teeth.
Undeterred because I'm just and I will go can I go reckless? Is that a
You
thing?
can, yeah, you can go reckless.
Yeah, I would get super frustrated on that hit and I'll go reckless.
All right.
We got to play into this. All right, 17.
17 would hit, but you watch as it conjures a green psychic shield to block your attack.
Oh, damn.
Well, hey, we are learning things. We're learning things today. All right.
I think that's it at this point.
Then bonus action.
Yeah.
Staff of Ruling. Can you bonus action anything?
I think so. I think it's all as an action, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's all controlling stuff. All right, end of my turn.
All right. McConaughey.
Just confirming.
There are 6 other goblins in here.
Okay. Is there like metal pieces like holding the roof of this place up, maybe?
I mean, the whole thing is ramshackle metal. So, what are you trying to do? Let's go there.
Well, I have this wonderful spell.
Uh-huh.
It's called heat metal.
Sure.
And I wondered if I might be able to cast it on like a main support beam that's like over either the leader or as many of the sort of minions, so that I could weaken it and cause some shit to fall down. If that was an option, totally cool. If not, whatever.
I will concede that it is 100% an option. There's no guarantee that it's going to fall the way you want it to. If that makes sense. Like, I'll let it happen and we'll see what happens. It could fall, it could collapse the whole roof on everybody. You know what I mean? You're also in this room.
Okay.
And
You know
it's a
what?
ramshackle, like Tim Burton style tower of machinery. So it's like all over the place.
That's a fair point. Plus, we gotta save that engine so I can have my Lincoln. Um, I'm going. I am going to instead cast Bane, and
Mm,
I'm going to target the leader and then two of the goblins who were like woken up
yeah,
to the
yeah, yeah.
situation.
Sure.
So they need to
It's
make
a woke mob
charisma.
of goblins.
They need to make
Uh,
charisma saving throws, DC 15.
they will all fail.
Okay.
Just
Yes,
remind me
go.
that they're baned. Okay, so we've got
Will
the
do.
leader. Describe to me the two of the three that are what are they that are banned?
One okay. One has a scar over the right eye. The other one has a scar over the left eye.
Okay, scar right and scar left. Got it. All right. Anything else after your bane?
No, all I'll say to trigger the bane is a goblin without a hat is like a Lincoln without a shadow. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Okay, Zelena.
It's awful.
I mean, it sure does. Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action divine favor
Mm-hmm.
on myself.
Sure.
And then I'm going to move forward as far as I can, which is 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go for big bad guy.
Sure.
Can I get to him, or do I need to
Yeah.
use all my okay.
You could be just all your movement to get there, but you could still make the movement there to attack him.
Okay,
Can
I
do a
will
bardic
attack then.
inspiration real quick? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to LP because it's her turn.
Thanks.
Yeah. You have bardic inspiration. What's the point?
Dope.
Yes.
Dope. All right. 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Simon. First one is a 10.
That's a miss.
Second one is a 19.
19 is the number.
Let's go.
Damn.
Damn it. That's 5, and I'll throw a divine smite on there.
Okay.
5 slashing and 1 spell
Should,
slot, so
should
6.
enjoy the cavalier use of smites now while we
While
can.
you still
Yeah, right?
can.
Yeah.
Then that's 14 radiant damage on him.
Very nice.
Thanks.
All right. Anything else? Did you roll your
She's
divine favor damage?
oh right, a d4. I'm a
That's
fool.
for each hit.
It's 4. I only hit once.
Oh, that's right. So,
Mhm.
okay. After
I say your
Zelena,
god is a schmuck.
uh, and now it's his turn. How fitting! And he goes, we'll see what you think about this. And he sees he's got two people bearing down on him. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Okay. You watch as he kind of like puts the psychic blades like up to his temples and kind of like pulls back from them as that kind of psychic energy crackles from it. And then he kind of points it out at to the middle of the room, and a massive just green kind of repulse comes out. And I would like all of you to make intelligence saving throws, if you would.
Ted.
Natural 1.
Love that for me. Anyway, let's see. We can see what Droop does too.
7.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, Droop coming through in the clutch with the intelligence saving throw.
Hey.
All right, so everybody else is gonna fail their intelligence saving throws against this synaptic rend. At which point
Oh,
you will
no.
all take 14 points of psychic damage and have the incapacitated condition until the end of his next turn. For those of you who don't know, incapacitated is you can't take any actions or reactions. until the end of its next turn.
Well,
At which
this
point
is fun.
it smirks at you, Zelena, and then it lances out with one of its psychic blades at you. We'll just see. Still has to hit you, though. There's no advantage or anything on this. It's just a straight up swing. That is a 18.
That is.
All right. You are going to take 11 points of psychic damage. And you must, well, you're not going to have it because of the way the things work, but I was going to say you have to subtract a d4 from the next attack roll or saving throw you make before the end of its next turn. Well, maybe saving throw. We'll see how that goes. And then it's going to lance out at you as well, Tozer, with one other blade here. We'll see how this does. Did you reckless? I forget.
Yes.
All right, well, that's a 19, so probably not going to do any better than that. No. All right, so that's a 25 to hit for 11 points of psychic damage, and you also will have to subtract a d4 from the next attack roll or saving throw.
You need to take 6 points of force damage.
That's right, I do. Nice. All right, he is bloodied, by the way, from that force damage. So,
what kind of damage was this last one?
psychic.
Okay.
And now it is Droop's turn. So let's see what our good buddy here has here for him. Because I always forget what this ability is called. Oh, yes. So you watch as Droop sees his friends all get stunned, but incapacitated, as it were. And he just pulls out a flask and just downs a whole bunch of booze in the moment here, and then just kind of starts moving, and he sort of starts making his way through. He moves up to one of the, we'll go with Scar left, we'll say here. And is going to make an attack here with a flurry of blows for 25 to hit. For 6 points of damage. He'll move over to Scar right for 19 for 11 points of damage. And because he's a drunken master and is flurrying of blows, he gets disengaged for free. So he just weaves himself right on over and just kind of like does like a fall over overhead kick at the big guy. We'll go ahead and make an unarmed strike against them. 16, unfortunately, will miss. And then we'll go for one more unarmed strike here. Oh, with a natural 1. Woof. So Droop probably should have saved those attacks for the main guy. Was trying to just do a little fancy maneuver. Didn't really work too well in his favor, because now it is the other lesser goblins' turns here. And they all have 2 attacks. So let's just go ahead and make...
Oh, boy.
I'll just go ahead and roll 6 d20.
Have fun playing with yourself, Ted.
I am, Robert.
Ted is
I learned it from
attentive.
watching you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you could take that in a bunch of different ways, so I'm just going to leave that one alone.
My brain was like, don't add that to the headcanon. Don't add that to the headcanon.
Yeah, I know what I said. Does it really not? Okay, it really does not break that out for you, huh? That's annoying. Man, that's so dumb. All right, it didn't actually help me at all because it just combined all of the d20 rolls and doesn't let me see all the individual d20s when you roll multiple ones in a row.
It just gave you 163.
Yeah, so we're just going to have to do it like this. All right, that's going to be a miss. That's a miss. Oh, man, this might work out better for everybody anyway.
A bad miss.
That is a miss. Oh, my God. Attack number 4. Okay, we've got 1 hit in there. 1 crit in there. And I
One
think
shit in there. I just wanted to
fair.
keep the rhyme going.
Someone shit in the layer.
Someone shit on the coats.
Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the final one.
It's our
You're welcome
perfect
for
time for a
that Dane
beverage.
Cook reference.
All right. So I'm gonna say we're gonna crit Droop because that just makes the most sense because he's the only one who's still kind of in this fight. So he's gonna take 16 points of damage
Oof.
between the psychic and the bludgeoning damage. We will get a. Let's see. Does a 18 hits Zelena?
Yes.
All right, Zelena, you're going to take 8 points of bludgeoning mixed with psychic damage. And the last one, I wish it would keep the log open for me. D&D Beyond. Was a 15. So I'm going to pick... I'll wait till Robert gets back, but I'll pick our barbarian here to get 8 points of, 5 points of bludgeoning, 3 points of psychic. At which point
Selena did go down from that.
No way. Oh no.
Yeah, I had 7.
Oh damn. All right. Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Oh wait, they had Bane. Hang on.
Nope.
No.
Incapacitated.
Ah, damn.
I can't
Okay.
concentrate on the spell.
Robert, you take 5 points of bludgeoning, 3 points of psychic.
8
From a
total.
punch.
Got it.
All right. Well, then it's gonna go to you, McConaughey. You don't have any actions or reactions.
This is great.
Then it's gonna go to
I
Tozer.
blame Jake.
No actions or reactions. Then it goes to Zelena, who's unconscious. Go ahead and make me a death save if you would.
Oh no. Oh no. You went unconscious
Okay.
while I filled up my water? Oh,
Yep.
snap. Oh, honey, I thought you had the most hit points.
I did.
You took the crit?
No,
I
Droop
just
did.
have taken a lot of damage.
Oh, shit.
All
I
right.
can't have damage like you can, friend.
Hey, I'm taking just like everybody else right now.
What do you got as far as your death save?
Oh, do you want me to say it out loud?
For this right now,
Yeah.
Go for it.
It was a success.
Okay. I just wanted to know if it was a 20 because you would break out of it and then be
No.
back in the fray.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Zelena, that was your turn. Now it's our Mind Goblin commander. And he just kind of looks down smugly at Zelena, steps on top of her, over her to go get Droop, and says, who's God's shit now? And is gonna take...
that sounds like something that somebody who hasn't ridden in a Lincoln would say.
And he says, oh, I plan to.
You bitch.
He says, why do you think we stole the engine?
Obviously creating a town car.
Yes, that's the key. That's what it's
Powder
for.
blue 83 town car. You know how much steel it takes to make this?
And then he's going to make one more attack against Droop. So I'm going to be nice. And does he hit Droop? He does hit Droop. All right, Droop takes 22 points of damage. And Droop is not looking so good. But it's his turn. So...
Crying is a free action.
Crying is indeed a free action. And they don't have any other... It's just drunken technique, right? That's all you get. And performance proficiency, if I recall. Okay. Well, Droop's gonna punch this guy, right? We'll start with a unarmed strike. Here we go. Droop, buddy. We got to do better than that. With a 12, we'll go with a second unarmed strike. That is a dirty 20. He cannot shield that one away.
Oh.
McConaughey, do you have a healing word?
um. So what damage does Droop do? What's going on there?
Oh God, no!
Droop does bludgeoning damage. He does 11 points of damage to the Mind Goblin Commander. However, with a successful stunning strike, stuns the Mind Goblin Commander. So they are no longer, they have no actions. They're stunned from now until the end of Droop's next turn. At which point he does still have Flurry of Blows. So he will move to Scar right. Fucking flub that one horribly. Goddamn, dude. He'll stay on Scar right. And go for another 8 points of damage. Scar right is now bloodied. And now Scar right crits its save against the stunning strike. So that is that. Now it is the Mind Goblin folks here. Let's see how they do. Well, that is an 11. That'll miss everybody. That's a 3. That'll miss everybody. That is, all right, that's 1 hit. Well, depending. We'll see how that goes. 13 may be a hit. That was 5. And 6. Okay. So we have 2 dirty 20s and 1 18. I'm just going to split them amongst everybody that's conscious. So, Tozer, you are going to take from a punch from one of these 8 points of damage.
Got it.
McConaughey, 8 points of damage. And
Okay.
Droop takes 8 points of damage, and Droop goes unconscious.
Fucking hell.
All right. Top of the round, though, it is McConaughey's turn.
Okay. Yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to run to Zelina to try to get her on her feet.
Okay.
That is what, a medicine check to try to stabilize?
Yeah, I mean, I think for the purposes of this, it would be reasonable for everybody to have a healing potion at the very least.
God.
I'll give everybody
then,
a
yeah.
greater healing potion. That's pretty standard stuff at this point. You're level 5. It makes sense to everybody to have one.
If that is the case, then I'm going to spend my action to feed Zelina the potion. Would that follow that house rule where it's max healing
Yeah,
for that?
it would.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll that 44 plus 4.
Or 14 points of healing.
All right. Here's what I'll say though, because we may have a peer behind the curtain to future events. Drinking and administering is a bonus action. So I will let you administer this potion as a bonus action.
Let's
would
go.
do that. That works. Then I have to pretend that I had a game plan, which
Now
I
you have your
clearly
action back. What do you do?
I was fully anticipating spending it on healing someone. I'm Can I cast Shatter in a way that it won't hit any of my people? Because I know that Droop was in melee. I know that Zelina was in melee. I know that Tozer's in melee.
I
What other?
will let you cast Shatter in a way that you can hit just the main guy
Okay.
or two of the other guys.
We're gonna target the main guy purely
Got it.
because he
Yep.
did a thing and
Yep.
everybody fell in line. So, that's a
Con
Constitution
save.
saving throw. If they're stunned, does that have
It
any
does
impact?
not, unfortunately, impact Constitution saves.
That's fine.
They
Just
will.
dex and strength.
Yeah, automatic failure on Dex and Strength. It is a 14 for his save.
It's a fail.
All right, go ahead and roll that damage.
That was 25 points of thunder damage on that shit.
All right. Describe what killing the Mind Goblin Commander looks like.
Yes.
He's gonna grip. He's gonna grip the hood ornament around his neck.
Gripping.
That has a teeny little key at the end of it, and say, "You're not taking this from me, you fucking bitch." And the car horn of a Lincoln blares into their ears and just
Gone.
pop.
All right. Tozer.
There are.
I'm going to say,
Well,
in
I'm
the
gonna throw-
purposes of this, the three that were intimidated and coward ran out the door. So you've got three that are kind of enthralled, that are starting to come to their senses, that were here in the room. Scar right has taken the most damage. Scar left has taken a little, and the third one that has yet to been, quantified has taken no damage.
For the Brosian Empire!
I'm gonna fire off the orb of lightning.
Oh, okay. I like it. They'll definitely be able to get to them. And remind me what it does, because I don't even remember.
I get a 20-foot radius, DC 15 dexterity saving throw, and since I'm detonating it, it's 66.
Okay.
If I'd had it wandering around for a little bit, it stacks 2d6 every turn before you blow it up.
Yeah, it's
To a
pretty
max
sweet.
of 10.
That will be 1 failure, 2 successes. Go ahead and roll your 66 lightning damage.
$18 points.
Okay. We're going to do that. Scar right is dead. And the other two are damaged. All right. And Scar left is now bloodied from that. That was your action, I believe. You still have your bonus action.
Let's see here. It does not tell me if staff to snake is an action or a bonus action.
It's
You
at
have to let me know.
that first bit at the top. It says you can do any of the following things as an action. It's in like the top descriptor. It's stupidly written.
Oh, there it is.
It's very hard to miss. I don't like the way it's written personally, but
got it. Okay. Then I will go ahead and re-rage.
okay, re-rage. Done.
End of my turn. Oh yeah, and I have to re-roll to see what the effect is.
Correct.
And I will try to get center mass to these goblins that are left.
Done. Go ahead and roll.
Let's go. It is difficult terrain around them, so the vines are back.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All right, Zelena, it's your turn. You can pick yourself back up off the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand back up, and she's going to take a puff from her long cigarette and say, "You know, the Lord of Depth and Darkness is all about battle, and can't win a battle by yourself. Thank you, friend." She's going to. There's just the 2 left, or are there 3 left?
There is 2 left. Scar left, and no, the one that doesn't have a name yet.
Okay.
All no
she's
name.
going She's gonna roll up. She's going to place her hand on the red axe on her chest and give herself some lay on hands.
All right.
Unless somebody else looks worse than. Oh, Droop's down. No, Droop's down. She's gonna go to Droop.
And in our homebrew situation, lay on hands is a bonus action. So
Hell yeah. So she's going to drop 13
okay.
into Droop. And then she's gonna attack the one who has not been hit yet.
Okay. Old no name over here.
Old no name. Mr. Sideburns. Let's call him Sideburns.
Sideburns, like it.
19 for the first.
That hits.
And 16 for the second.
Both hit.
Okay. That's 7 on the first attack and 6 on the second.
Okay.
Get him.
He is
Get
bloodied
him.
as well. After him comes the commander, who's gone. Then it's Droop, who gets up off the ground, who will go over to Sideburns here and make an attack against Sideburns. 16 hits. We'll go ahead and roll the damage. That is 11 points, which is great. It's max damage. Second one against Sideburns is also a hit for max damage, which was the exact amount of damage that he had. No Jake specials here tonight. As you watch as Droop just kind of goes over and just kind of does like a quick just 1-2, and then just kind of stumbles backwards and is going to attempt to bonus action attack Scar left behind them, which he does, and does 7 points of damage as he kind of just sort of like almost just like bowls over into him and just kind of rolls over and is now kind of laying voluntarily prone on the ground.
Voluntarily.
And then this person is going to come over and attack Droop because that's stupid. Why would you lay on the ground voluntarily? And we'll get a 22, which will hit Droop, and we'll deal 8 points of damage to Droop. And he's like, oh, maybe this was a bad idea. But he's still up, and it goes back to the top of the round. McConaughey.
All right. So, I'm sorry, just confirming, how many are there now?
Just one.
Just the two?
Just the
Just
one.
Oh, that poor soul. Fuck it. I'm gonna cast heat metal on whatever he's got in his hand.
Yeah, he has nothing in his hand because they punch with.
I'm gonna cast it on his fillings and his teeth. No.
Sure. Go ahead. Roll your 2d8. He can't take his fillings out.
Oh no,
You know
that's
what?
awful.
No, we're gonna really go for broke. That's gonna be a third level. That's 3d8.
Okay. This is like you start getting into the really messed up stuff where people are like, I cast heat metal on this coin and I put it in their mouth.
Oh, good idea. 14 points of damage.
Yeah, we know what happens. His teeth melt out of his brain, and Scar left is dead. You are free of gobos in this room. Enemy gobos, I should say. Plenty of other goblins in this room.
Yeah.
I told you it was going to work out, guys.
So, you guys continue into the next room, and there are crude paintings on the wall with this kind of reverence and references to this Ruxathid is a name that you heard somebody mention. Excuse me. And I will...
Teddy Ruxathid.
I will put a picture. Oh man, that is giant. Hang on. Let's shrink that down on the screen here. He's like half the size of the screen.
Jesus. Where am I?
It's the size of a butterfly.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's bad evil midgeon.
So there is Ruxathid. There's a crude image. Here we go. Put him over here by Midgeon. of this goblin depicted with this large green crystal just stuck in the middle of its forehead, wielding this glowing green scimitar of some kind. And there is all this kind of reverie and, like, seemingly almost worship towards Ruxithid all about this room. And you can see at the end of this sort of like long hallway, on a pedestal there sits, and you see Droop run over and goes, "Oh my God, the engine!" And he runs over to grab the engine off of there and goes, we got what we need. And then as that's happening, you guys start to hear from, as he gets over to it, you can see that there's a chamber and like a staircase that goes down behind that pedestal. And there's just chanting, ritual chanting, as though from dozens of voices. And he's like, "We got the engine. We got what we came for. We got to get out of here."
Well, what are you waiting for?
And he just starts running with the
How big is
engine.
this engine? Yeah,
it's
okay to carry it by itself.
Yeah, it's a goblin made engine, so it's
Okay.
his little goblin feet are booking, but he's okay. So
Yeah, yes, we are going.
for
Grabs the back of the barbarian.
For the sake of brevity, you guys will make your way back.
I have one thing.
Give it to
before
me.
I'm
Give it to
on
me.
My scruff. It doesn't say that I'm not limited on these. It can't produce that. Okay, I can't.
You can only do one. Yeah.
I should have saved my ore bomb and sent it down to the chamber. Nope,
So-
I'm good. I'm by the scruff. No, let me.
So it pulls you guys run all the way back to Scrap Top. Everybody's so excited to see when you arrive. And you guys watch as Droop, like, it's like a holy moment as this engine makes it over to the wagon, and he kind of sets it in there, and you can see he starts tinkering with it to get things all attached, at which point you guys see off in the distance from your mountain area a sort of all these birds flying out of the trees. And the trees from where you came from are just like starting to sway. And you hear this kind of loud bellowing roar, and you can kind of almost now hear that same sound of ritual chanting just getting louder and louder as you watch as erupting from those trees is this giant creature. Let me just get you what it looks like here real quick, because I gotta find the right one. Where is the image? Damn it. Which one is it? Yeah. It is this the right one? Yeah, here it is. It is a giant amalgamation of flesh and muscle and teeth, and it is just absolutely just the worst thing. Let me save this, and so you guys can get a good look at what this is. It's going to do another thing where it makes it like the size of the screen. There it is. Here, we'll just go ahead and blow this thing up. And it looks like what you guys see on screen. It is massive, just giant teeth and spinal cord and just gross mouth and maw. And you see that, like, in the center of it, and this thing is colossal size, and it has a green crystal in it, and it is just like, it is making a beeline. It has like that found footage, like, shake back out as you see it's kind of making its way towards the village.
I can change him.
At which point you hear like a whir as the engine kind of goes in, and it has that of a Lincoln starting as Droop starts it, and he yells to all of you to hop into all of the different seats on the engine.
Yeah, I want one of the suicide seats for
Uh-huh.
sure. Yeah, big time.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's go to war.
Ah,
can't
Goblin
make a pie.
Caravan.
You
All
can't
right.
make a pie without whispers, and you can't drive a Lincoln without a wink.
God damn it. So, you guys hop in and you watch as things, the gears that you put in earlier, the engine starts to whir as this thing starts to really pick up speed and start to move. And you watch as it's like starts to roll like a traditional wagon with, no power. And it starts making its way towards the edge of the village. And as it leaves the village, it and has gotten out of the area of the vicinity of all of the smaller goblins. You watch as this thing starts to separate out into individual pieces as this thing starts to grow and grow in size, and your wagon slowly shifts into basically a giant scrap top goblin Megazord Voltron situation.
Hell yeah.
And
I call pterodactyl.
we are going to have ourselves a kaiju battle versus this giant thing here.
Yes, Ted.
So we have different options here within, and I'm going to let you guys pick. I'm going to have Droop just control basically like support stuff, the boring stuff, and the movement, right? So we've got defensive abilities, we've got ranged abilities and kind of funky gadgets, and we've got like melee and special abilities that each one of the different areas of it controls. I will let you guys pick kind of what you want it to be able to do, or what you want to do here within this Megazord Voltron situation here. Yeah, I know. You weren't planning on this happening. I know. This is why the wagon was so important. This is why I spent so long fixing it.
Whenever it's my turn, I want to fire the biggest boom
Got it. Okay.
or the biggest bonk, whatever.
Okay.
What are our options?
So we've got basically melee, ranged, and then like defensive and weird gadgetry stuff.
Oh, give me
Whatever
the
I can
weird
use
gadgetry.
strength with.
Okay. All right. Let me pull up I went through so many iterations of these mechanics too. Because let's see. All right. So you're going for.
We did the same thing, Cujo.
We really did. I just went with a different one.
You went full turbo theme, and I went Dino
Yep.
Charge.
Yep.
Listen, all right. It's important that everybody.
I got classic.
That's solid.
Okay. So, okay. So I think we're gonna give you, sort of the melee style stuff here, LB. And then here's my kaiju stats. All right. So, want to have somebody roll me a d20, and we'll just kind of see where this puts us and who's going first in our kaiju battle.
Here, I got it.
Okay.
That's a 5.
Okay, looks like our monster's gonna go first here. So basically, the way this is gonna work is we've got essentially our melee attack. I'll have you roll a. It is a athletics check. You're kind of using here to do the sort of. We'll make it almost more like a Pacific Rim Jaeger, where you have to do the movements to make it happen. So that way, it makes more sense for you to use your strength to do kind of like a punch at this thing. Robert, we're gonna give you the energy cannon, or So basically, you've got the kind of the ranged energy cannon. Cujo, we've got so there is in a mix with the defensive capabilities. There's an ability to generate a shield. There's a shield bash. There is a recharging missile barrage, but there also is the opportunity to overclock this mech suit, which is
Oh.
it does what you think it does, right? It's going to put it into overdrive, but you can burn it out if you go a little too hard.
How many heat counters are we at? Oh God.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. So LB gets offense, Robert gets range, and I get resource management. Awesome.
I said missile barrage. That's offensive too. You said gadgets. I gave you gadgets.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll also
have
give
no
you know,
idea.
and there's the rocket. There's like a dash rocket kind of move as well.
Hell yeah.
And I've got Droop just managing repair and steering because nobody wants to do that, but it's an important part of any mech situation. So,
God, we should all play Bridge Crew at some point in time. Oh my God.
dude, have you did? Oh, after. I have thoughts.
yeah,
This is for after. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
our big flesh rend monster here, kaiju, is going to go with its first attack. And you watch as it's going to keep its distance at the start, and it's going to unleash a sort of, what does it have? What is this ability here? Oh, no, it doesn't. It's got it exudes this kind of aura, which you watch as like the trees and the plant life all around it are just kind of starting to wither and die, just kind of coming off of it. And it's just going to go ahead and move in for a bite attack, but it has multiple because it has multiple different mouths. And I also thought this one seemed very like Power Ranger villain-esque, so we'll go with that. All right, so let's go ahead and have it make its attack rolls.
Now, does the shield function like a reaction?
Yes, it does. I should have probably printed this out ahead of time, but let me get this for you here.
All good.
So, I can't. Why can't I freaking copy it? Okay. So, I would like you, as it makes its first attack here, to make me a Constitution saving throw, if you would, McConaughey.
Oh, good. Great. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, the DC is low because it barely hit you.
Oh, 17.
All right, so you're fine. So you're able to easily shield this off. Now you have the opportunity to attempt to spend the resource. You can spend the reaction of this to try to bash it back with a shield bash if you would like to do so.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Because you managed to withstand it, just go ahead and roll me a d8.
D8. All right. That is 5.
Okay. Plus 5, so you've done 10 points of bludgeoning damage back, and you watch as you hit this thing, and the crystal kind of like a little bit like flares, and then it kind of comes back in for its second bite attack, which if it keeps rolling like that, we're going to be in trouble here. Oh boy. Yeah. No. All right. It is not doing very well. You watch as, again, the shield that you brought up to bash it with is able to just knock back this attack. It does not make purchase. It is now the, whatever we're going to call this thing, Zord's turn. So, I think we know everybody's going to probably be making attacks here. So, Robert, I would like you to make me just a ranged attack roll. LB, I'd like you to make a melee attack roll.
I made it up to Zeo in the Power Rangers
18.
theme playlist here.
I'm also there.
18
Yes.
hits. Go ahead and roll me a d12, if you would, LB.
23.
Roll me 2d6, Robert.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, great. 5 points of
Still getting
bludgeoning
a
damage.
handle of it. She's like, I'm not used to using my hands like this. We've already established
just-
I don't use my hands very often.
This whole scenario is fucking weird. We're playing goblins in a Megazord, fighting a giant evil thing, and one of them has a vaguely transatlantic accent.
Eight for my Mega Blaster.
Okay, so that is going to be 12 points of radiant damage as the energy cannon that like fires a shot off. Now, Cujo, I don't know if you want to, but there is an opportunity to do this missile barrage. It is a recharge mechanic, so you can burn it now or save it, but it's a recharge on a 5/6 to see if you get it back.
I'm gonna save it. Do I have the option to trigger that like boost?
Yeah, the
For
overclock.
mobility?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not overclock.
Oh,
but
okay. The rocket. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is you will rush forward. You can actually push this thing back and have the opportunity to also potentially knock this thing prone by just ramming into it to knock it back. So go ahead and make me a. Actually, you know what? No, this just
Ramming
happens.
speed.
I've got to make a strength saving throw against this.
Hell yeah.
Here we go. 11.
Playing this while listening to the Power Rangers themes is just fucking magic.
Unfortunately, you ram into it, it will be able to resist. It kind of just takes one of its mouths and bites onto a tree, like a big tree, and just kind of holds, and it gets shoved and kind of like jello reverbs back. At which point it is its turn. And it will, having seen kind of the capabilities that some of you have, it will attempt a sort of this green psychic energy breath weapon that kind of you watch as it's like one of the mouths reaches over and kind of picks up the crystal on the head in its mouth and then just kind of uses it to fire out as a breath weapon and then puts it back in. Whoever wants to helm, it can obviously be you if you'd like. Cujo, somebody to make a Constitution saving throw for defenses against this.
Ooh, let me make one. Let me
Go for it. Go for it.
All right, go for it.
This is good. This is gonna be good. Good roll. Good roll. Good roll. 17.
17 is exactly the number. So
Ooh.
you, the Megazord, I'll keep track of the Megazord's hit points. It will take half damage.
Lincoln Zord to you.
The Lincoln Zord, I'm sorry. The Lincoln Zord will take only 20 points of damage from this. All right, back to the top of the round here, or back to the players' round, I should say. You have your base abilities here. You can go ahead. We've got the punch, we've got the energy cannon, and then again, we've got a handful of different things. Droop's just kind of on repair. He's going to attempt to make an intelligence check to try and restore some of the damage.
He's an engineer too. What can't Droop do?
Apparently,
hero
he
that we all
can't.
need.
He can do a little bit. He's going to restore. What's it? 5 hit points to it.
You Power Rangers, don't you ever stop.
It's true. LB, did I think I saw that come through. That was an athletics check.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. With that, I'm gonna say go ahead and roll me 2d12 here as you're able to
Shit.
Yes.
juice it up with some extra damage here.
Give him the juice.
That's 20 damage.
Yo.
All right. Much better than last time.
She brings down the hammer.
All right. Now, I will allow, for the purposes of this, we do have an opportunity. I'll throw it out there too, Cujo, for an energy shield to grant temporary hit points, but that also is like a one-off. Kind of pull that up. But we can call shots here if you want, but we're going to take a negative. We're going to take a -5 to any attack rolls we're going to make if you want to try to call a shot to a specific thing. This is a kaiju fight. This is not... It's a kaiju fight. I know we're theming this all around Power Rangers, but this can get to like the brutal kaiju fight level of ripping things off because this is D&D, not Power Rangers. So like If you want to target things, I'll allow it.
I'm fuck it. Yeah, we're gonna do that temporary HP shield.
Okay.
Just to make sure that we can stand on our feet here.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Oh, you know what? Yeah, roll me 2d10.
Okay.
And Robert, if you'd like to make a ranged weapon attack here.
That is 16.
16. All right, so it gets 21 temporary hit points, and it will get 21 temporary hit points over the next 3 turns. It'll get 21 each turn. So if it loses, it'll jump back up to 21.
I just have to say, going through all these themes, I didn't realize not only how many Power Rangers there were, but they go to space, obviously, and there's a time force, there's a time agency.
Dude, are you Time Force, Mega Force, Jungle Fury, Beast Fury, Beast Morphers,
and then Ninjas.
Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder, Dino Charge, Dino Fury.
Dino Charge theme is by far my
Dino
favorite.
Charge is one of the best.
Turbo.
That's also one of my favorite out of all of the series. Dino. I do like Ninja Steel. I like some of the characters in Ninja Steel.
Ninja Steel's cool.
I never really liked Beast Morphers. It was okay, but I didn't love it. Yeah. Dino.
Dude, I'm gonna go into Ultraman stance on this one and fire this bad boy off.
All right, we're gonna give you advantage for the Ultraman stance here.
Yes! Oh, it tends to make me live my best kaiju dreams as a child.
Listen, I mean, pick a day and we'll do Power Rangers RPG. I have it and I know it, so
Mighty
pick a day.
Morphin Middle-Aged Rangers.
Let's go.
We meet at a Waffle House.
Have you guys seen the TikTok of the guy who's the retired Power Ranger? Have you seen that? And he's just like at work and he's like, "What, Zordon?" And his like morpher goes off. He's like, Zordon, I'm at work. You have other Ranger teams. Why are you calling me? Like,
oh my God.
I'll send it to you guys after. It's good.
All right. 19.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
Nine. I give it a 9.
All right, you guys have taken out a serious chunk of this thing's health. You activated our temporary hit point shield, at which point this thing is going to try to get its breath weapon back again. See if it can do that. It does not. All right, so
Power Rangers.
All right, it will. It's gonna go ahead and attempt to bite at you guys again. So we'll go ahead and throw off a bite attack.
You can tell when everybody's individual mix starts the guitar solo, which is like the hardest part in Sunday morning or Saturday morning cartoon history.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make me that Constitution saving throw, if you would.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Or sorry, yeah, Robert.
Thank you, Robert. You with the higher constitution than me.
16.
16 is unfortunately not enough, so it is going to deal
Get some inspo around here. Get some inspo around here.
Well, you do have the temporary hit points, so that is going for you there. So let's see. That's going to deal 15 points. So it's just not even going to chunk through your temporary hit points on the first bite, and it missed with the second. So it's going to go back to the top of the round to our Power Ranger / Goblin Ranger team here.
Goblin Rangers.
All right. What's the move? What's the plan?
Can I? Okay, I want to. There's some shenanigans here.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to try and combine the rocket boost with LB's melee attack.
Oh, so rocket punch! Yeah,
slash through.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, then there's that shot where every single monster behind is like, oh, and he's just stone faced.
Yeah, hell yeah. 100%. All right, so What I'm gonna say. Oh, you know what? Go ahead. Actually, roll me a d6 because you got to see if you recharge the rocket dash.
I thought it was the rockets.
Oh, that.
Themselves.
I'm sorry. Yes, that you have. That's fine. Never mind. My bad.
Okay. Okay.
I
All
was
right.
thinking of trying to rocket punch, not missile barrage. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cujo with them hand moves. Give him the
Yeah.
snail.
Just for theming, because we're just fuck it, we're going full Rangers. The motions for McConaughey triggering this are the White Ranger just maneuvering over the orb where there's no fucking controls, it's just gestures.
Oh my god, you just unlocked a core memory
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
hadn't
How
thought
the
of in so
fuck
long.
did that work?
All right, LB. I'm gonna have you make this this roll at advantage.
Yeah. Might as well have been one of
Yeah.
those Spencer gift gloves.
She's up in her station and she's like, punch, go.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's 16.
Yes!
Only a 16. Oh well, with
Well, I have a
advantage.
+4
Mm.
with advantage.
Let's give it super advantage for that. Go ahead and roll another one.
Yeah!
You could just say that it succeeds.
No, I need to know. There's a
no.
degree. There's a degree here.
Ah. Okay, I was an 18.
All right, so yeah, that's unfortunately just going to be the 1d12. But I will have
Okay.
Cujo go ahead and roll me 8d6 for the missiles.
Oh shit.
That's 11.
Pew, 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 pew. Oh
What
my God.
what is SPD?
That's
Shit.
They're cops?
yeah.
Aren't they
They're
already cops?
well, SPD was one of the several versions of them being like first responders.
Oh.
There's a couple different versions of that. Oh, is it Space Patrol Delta? Thank you.
Paw Patrol. Yeah.
I was thinking of which one am I thinking
Oh.
of?
Mystic Force. Are they magical?
Yes.
Let's
My-
go. I'm
my
learning so
nephew-
much tonight.
my nephews have Paw Patrol brain rot.
That is 30 points of damage.
30
rockets.
points of damage. Got it. All right. This thing is it's hard to tell, but it is bloodied at this point. So, but it mostly looks like a bag of blood, so it's kind of hard to tell. All right. It is its turn. Let's see if it gets its breath weapon back again.
On the
It
intercom
does.
that we definitely all have.
100%, yeah.
McConaughey McConaughey says, maybe we should target that fucking crystal. This isn't even a Matthew McConaughey voice anymore. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm having so much fun being a Power Ranger goblin.
All right, it is going to. I need another con save for the breath weapon that's coming off here.
Got it. 20.
All right, so that's gonna do half damage to you guys. All right. That was fortunately it's his whole action. It is your guys' turn again.
See, I got a 4 for the recharge. I don't think that'll work.
That will not. You do still have
Okay.
overclock.
I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
It's very tempting to see that big red button and not push
It's
it.
right there.
But, oh, I know.
All right.
Oh, I know it is. Just like I know my Lincoln is. It's gonna be waiting for me.
I only got an 11.
That unfortunately is it's just gonna kind of dodge out of the way as you very telegraphically punch with this in kaiju form, and it just kind of moves out of the way of your punch. Robert, you want to give us
cardboard trees?
Yeah, right. Go ahead and give us a ranged attack here.
Those are the trees they make the Olympic beds out of.
Oh,
27 to hit, boy.
damn! All right, go ahead and roll me 3d6.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, rough. 1, 1, 2. I got a 4.
Oh
Boy. All right.
Brutal. Hey,
Uh,
can my reroll 1s and 2s? Can we apply that to the laser weapon on this?
yeah,
Woo!
why the hell not? Let's go for it.
yeah.
Let's go. I will take this new roll. It can't be worse, right, guys? It can't be. It can't be.
Could be
It's
three
not.
threes.
Technically, it can. There was
12.
one that
12. All right. Okay. This thing now, as it has become bloodied here, you watch as it starts to kind of, like all old school beat 'em up cartoons, starts to glow and like pulsate red, and smoke is
Hell
coming
yeah.
off of it.
I remember when Bebop and Rocksteady looked like this the first time. I got real
Uh,
excited.
uh-huh.
Yup.
Exactly. So it will let out a roar as kind of a free action here. I need you all to make wisdom saving throws versus fear, as this thing is attempting to threaten you with this frightening roar.
That is a 17.
That's good enough.
It's 16.
Ooh, 16 is a failure.
I got a 10.
Oh no, your two offensive people are frightened right now. We'll
I
be
can't
making.
frightened.
Oh well, I'm Robert, so whatever. He
I'm
can't
not
be.
scared of you, kaiju.
All right, so your melee attack is going to be a disadvantage because you're frightened. That was kind of a freebie thing. It's going to attempt to make 2 bite attacks here. Let's see how they do.
Do we still have access to the shield?
You do still have access to the shield. Yeah, so it is
I'm
going
gonna
to
go ahead
hit.
and trigger that shit.
Yep, go ahead and make me, what was it? A constitution saving throw to see if you can make the shield bash.
That's a 5.
Unfortunately, you attempt to shield bash and manages to get through, and it is going to deal to your Megazord with its 2 attacks. 35 points of damage.
Jesus.
All right, you guys, parts are starting, gears are falling out. Things are not looking so hot for the Goblozord here. It's not,
Goblazord.
it's starting to fall apart here. God, we have so many things to talk about when the stream is over.
Yeah.
It is your guys.
Nano charge.
It is your turn.
Oh, does the 21 temp HP factor into that?
It does. That was
Okay.
burnt through, and then it
Okay,
resets
alright.
now that it's the start of your turn. This is the last turn
Okay.
of the 21 temporary HP.
What do you think? Big red button time?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Can I give myself a bardic inspiration in
Uh,
preparation for what's about to happen? Probably not, and that's
You're
fine.
in a Lincoln.
no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come
you
on.
you are in a Lincoln. You're in the Lincoln.
Wait. The big red button has a little slot in it
For
and I
your
take
key.
the hood ornament off and I
Oh.
slam it down to trigger
Yeah,
the big red
it's
overdrive.
this is like your nuclear power key. Like, you know what I mean? For the nuclear codes, you have the key. You got to put it in and turn it to activate this.
Yeah.
Which you watch as just like steam just starts out of all of the joints of the Goblozord here. Not only not that we're really dealing with too much in the way of movement, but everything for everybody here is now made at advantage. We are going to deal all of your recharge abilities recharge, and the damage will be doubled. But at the end of this turn, you need to make Cujo a Constitution saving throw to see what happens to the Megazord
Okay.
after this turn. Let's make it a good one. Everything's recharged. Everybody's got advantage. Let's go ahead, and that'll counteract the disadvantage from the fear. What do you
Does
got?
that mean I can
I-
trigger the rockets as well? If not, totally fine.
Can I give Cujo my +7 when he makes the advantage roll?
Let's get there first. Let's get through everything else
Okay.
first, and then explain. Well, you'll explain to me in the moment how you do that. But let's go ahead and roll our damage here. What's the plan? We've got everybody's got advantage. All rechargeable abilities have been recharged. What do we want to do?
Go ahead. What you guys doing?
I can only punch. I punch.
I pew pew.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and make your rolls with advantage.
16.
Okay.
I'm gonna engage in Dino Charge. Oh, thank God, the first one was a 1.
LB, you can make it just a melee attack roll, not an ability check. You've kind of gotten to the point where you understand the mechanics of this thing.
17.
Oh. An unarmed strike.
No, like whatever your weapon attack is.
Hmm.
17.
Awesome.
So roll me 2d6. Oh, I'm sorry,
My other one
4d6.
was better.
Oh, all right, well, then go with that. Robert, roll me 4d6. LB, roll me 2d12.
The laser is growing.
13.
13. Okay. And Robert, what did you get?
All right. Ooh, big upgrade on the second one. So 10, 14.
14. All right, and Cujo, what are you firing off here?
Oh, we're going rockets.
Rockets, go ahead. Yeah, we'll double the
Rockets
damage
with
on the rockets. Go ahead
damage!
and roll me 16d6.
Okay. All right.
You
How many?
really shooting for a big number here? Because
Pink
we've
mist.
had some rough turns there. So, well, that was almost a natural 20. It fails its saving throw.
Oh, fuck you.
Activate the midget missiles.
It might just be easier to just click it up in D&D Beyond, so you don't have to add it up for yourself.
Yeah, fuck it.
Just click 16d6 and do that.
My man over here avoiding technology at all costs.
Yeah, fucking listen. Digital rollers are the enemy. I say as I'm about to roll a digital roll.
Everybody else is rolling over here. You're fine.
Yeah.
Get up in
All
this road log. There's only one chance to take the right stance.
That is
Go, Goblin
55
Rangers.
points of damage.
55 on
Oh!
16d6.
Yes.
Okay. 55. Okay. So, most importantly, I need you to make me this Constitution saving throw. Now, Robert, how are you imparting this benefit to our buddy here, McConaughey, as he is making the save as he's got his still hand on the key for the nuclear code for the overclock?
So when he puts in the overclock, that's just the key that releases the lever, and the actual lever just gets molten hot. And I'm just gonna go into a rage. I'll hold the line. Ah! I'm gonna pull this thing, and I'll be like hanging from the ceiling with it. It's just like molten. Ah!
Okay, I need you, Cujo, to make
Yes.
a Constitution saving throw. You're using Robert's +7 bonus. Now, you are shooting for a DC 17 is what you're shooting for here.
It's
Go
a
ahead.
50-50.
You know what? Let's go ahead and, you know what? We know it's a +7. Why don't you go ahead and roll a d20 here and the digital roller that you love so much so everybody can see.
Advantage. We need a 10. We need a 10. Booger dog, come here. It's intense. I need you.
It is an advantage because every
It
roll
is
is an
an advantage.
advantage.
All right, well, if we're doing that, then
Let's go ahead and see.
first roll. First roll on the die is a 16.
Okay.
Let's just see if it's a natty.
Where's the digital roller?
Two
You're killing-
16s. I'm not in the campaign with this character.
Yeah.
I can screenshot. I swear.
I
I'm not
believe you.
fucking with you.
Let me in.
Well, so what was
I
the second
can't
roll?
see-
Both were 16s. Here,
Interesting.
I got you. I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
All right. Well, more importantly, oh, good thing Tozer didn't make that roll. Because Tozer would have.
Oh, with advantage, I would have.
Yeah, you would have failed it.
It's getting too hot.
All right. So, what I want you to know is that this enemy kaiju had 200 hit points. Before your roll, it had 145 hit points. And you rolled exactly 55 points of damage on that rocket, which is enough to destroy this creature. And
Oh,
in some very lucky turn of event, you did not also destroy the Megazord in the process, bringing it down so that there's no defense mechanism for something like this in the future. The Megazord, you managed to run around and pull as a team all of the bells and whistles and fire suppression systems to cool things down from the overclock. Keep it going. And while it may take time to repair the heated and warped limbs from the fire damage that happened, the Megazord itself is still intact and can be repaired. It's not like the end of Mighty Morphin where they're just destroyed and we need to have Zeozords now. It's just like it's around, it can be fixed.
awesome.
I would like the three of you, however you want to do this. Everybody's jazzed up on Power Rangers music right now. What does this final strike showdown look like? How does this go down as you obliterate this enemy creature?
My laser goes off center mass
Mm-hmm.
after we make that Ultraman X.
Yeah.
And it's just boring that constant hole. So like that laser's just on Iron Man style. But since I hit the laser and then I had to run over and pull the handle, you need to have at least like an electrical shock and pop that sends me 15 feet against the wall. Like,
The sparks just raining down in the background.
I have to take my Power Rangers bump. All right, I have to do this.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. The cut across your chest and the pyrotechnics come out. You know how it is.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm down. I'm on the.
Zelina flips the switch that turns on the speaker for the outside, and she says, "The Battle Lord smiles upon you," and just punches directly in the face.
Yes.
I love her so much.
Yeah, right? I'd love to have her and Midgen in. I think that would be an interesting.
Oh
It's gonna
God.
get. Midgen is obviously Zordon is now our leader.
Ranger.
Yeah.
Ranger darlings.
Oh God.
We're gonna be an absolute terror running around in this thing. And
Jesus. McConaughey is gonna do the full turbo Transformers morph sequence, and the rockets all sort of spiderweb out, and just one after another slam into that crystal to separate it from the body before it explodes. And there's all the crazy sparks and explosions as we have a fucking bitchin' pose.
Yeah.
The
All the
behind us.
explosions behind you. Yeah.
yes, we have to do the spin pose as the kaiju explodes in the background.
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
Instant cut to explosion.
Yes.
we haven't even done the quest to get our Zord weapon yet. Holy shit!
And then we
Yeah.
just go, "Woo!" I'm excited for when we get back to the normal campaign and somebody's gonna come up and they're like, "Do you guys want to know what fucking happened up in the Goblin camp?" We're gonna be like, "No,
No,
that doesn't sound real."
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
not under my
Someone's
watch.
been hitting the mushrooms a little bit too much.
So,
Oh.
all right. With that, I think we're going to bring Droop Troop episode number 1 to a close. More importantly, we established the
it!
characters, we established a bunch of really weird shenanigan nonsense, so that if somebody else wants to DM a goblin-based one-shot in the future, we've set whatever you consider this as groundwork, whatever this is, has been set. The
I'm not
gauntlet.
going second after you do Megazord battle.
Yeah. Who's
The
gonna
bar
follow
is
that shit?
somewhere. It's
Yeah.
somewhere here, but there is a bar.
This is after the head coach that everybody loves gets fired. I'm not stepping in.
Listen. Also, for what it's worth, again, it's established that things can be run, but I also feel like there is the potential. We did arguably this could have been done in a different system, and it would have worked as well because this was D&D and it's just goofy. And I had this idea. I was like, oh, that would be fun if the wagon was a Megazord, and that's why it was so important.
Yes.
So I had to build everything else around that concept. But like, who knows? Maybe next time, if all the other goblins are working on it, and there's like some sort of weird murder mystery situation, and then it's the goblins in a Monster of the Week game, and that's what they have to
Oh
do.
My God.
Figure out what creatures out killing.
That's what I was thinking.
I
That's
see.
amazing.
I'm there. I got it. So anyway, that's a thing. But yeah. So anyway.
Good job, Ted.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you.
This is so much fun.
Good job.
So anyway, this was an experiment to see how this would go, but
After 2 weeks off, it could have been dog shit. I'd be happy. So
True. Fair. Well, anyway, we'll go around real quick and just get everybody to tell them who you are, where you're from, and all that good stuff, and then we'll call it quits. So, Robert.
Hey, I'm Tozer, but you can find Captain Robert at Captain Robert at everything out in the world. He does crazy stuff too, but he's never done a Megazord, so I like Ted better. So
Remember that tomorrow night when you give me all the shitty rolls. LB.
Hello, darlings. I'm Zelina, but you can find LB at LB Hack'em on the Twitters and the Instagrams, whatever those are. They sound fake. Hack Recklessly on Twitch and YouTube, where she's just released a very interesting Monster of the Week campaign with Lex, aka Dank Dungeon, Jacob Crow of the Crow's Perch, and Latula Sings. They're trapped in an 80s style mall, and hell breaks loose. It's live now. Go watch.
Chopping mall
So
style.
good.
I love
Chopping Mall. Yeah, Chopping Mall. No, it is. That's that they all got together to watch Chopping Mall in the mall, and they got
love
locked in. That's exactly what happened.
That's the best. All right, Cujo.
Oh no, this youth group has captured me in the mall lock-in. I thought I was just coming to play Street Fighter. Shit.
Oh
I gotta get out of here.
God.
Real life child PTSD.
All right. No, I'm not gonna do that for this last.
No,
I can't.
You have to
All right,
send the link in.
Fine. I'm McConaughey. You can find me driving a Lincoln. But in the meantime, you can find Cujo over at Crit Hit Chronicles on Twitch. On Thursdays, he's running a My Hero Academia style game featuring our beloved LB Hack'em along with a few other amazing people. Got another episode tomorrow. This is just getting weird now. We have another My
that's
Hero
what
Academia
weirded you
episode
out.
tomorrow night. And then we are taking a week off because I'm going to be in Indianapolis. But next week, if you haven't watched from the beginning, all 3 episodes are going to be streamed for everybody to catch up. It is honestly one of my favorite campaigns that I've run. It is so much fun. It is so chaotic. There's
Thanks,
so much high
Steve.
school drama. It is
Mhm.
amazing.
Mhm.
Starting on August 15th, also featuring LB Hackemup, is going to be the Tales of the Valiant. We are going to be starting up our first ever Tales of the Valiant campaign. So tune in for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And also, there's going to be another campaign announcement that'll be going live soon, but I don't really want to say what it is just yet. But
Mhm.
just know that
Jeez.
Fridays are also going to be pretty interesting coming up soon.
Mhm.
So in the meantime,
And
be nice to each other. And also remember, magic mushrooms are good for the soul, but a Lincoln, that's good for the heart.
And if you guys are gonna miss us next week, on my channel on Wednesday, we're gonna do another Monster of the Week game. Jake will be there, back with Rachel and RJ, and probably someone else. We'll add somebody else to the crew since our lovely Cujo will not be there.
I'm
But Monster of the Week shenanigans. It's okay. We miss you.
Don't
Maybe
be
you'll
mad
get
at me. Stop
captured. Who
yelling.
knows?
Yeah, I mean, and again, as Cujo said, I'll be out there in Indy with a lot of the other folks at Gen Con come next week. So if you see me around, or any of us, probably, I can't speak for everybody else. I'll speak for me though. If you see me, come say hi. Who knows what kind of games we'll get into? Listen, I don't know. I don't know how people feel about running into
No.
randos.
Don't perceive me.
Good. Yeah. Don't look at. He doesn't like to be looked at. Don't look at him.
Don't. Stop it.
But anyway, yeah, we'll be around. Maybe we'll actually get a chance to play some games and stuff, and it should be a good time. We'll be back the following week, returning ideally with the main campaign. So, while they're dealing with Wave Echo Cave and relationship drama, goblins are fighting a kaiju in the forest nearby. So, we'll just have to see how that integrates in some way, shape, or form. And now you know why Droop was busy and why he hasn't been a part of the main campaign, because he's been busy fighting as a Power Ranger. So honestly, I don't think you could have I could give you a better excuse for why he's not there. So. Anyway, and the last thing is next week starts all of the full-blown Player's Handbook coverage on my YouTube channel. August 1st is the embargo is done, so if you want to see everything to deal with the brand new 2024 Player's Handbook, the good and the bad, I will have videos coming out about every 4 hours or so from that time till I run out of content. So anyway, be on the lookout for that. Thank
Ask
you
Ted
all.
about the Ranger in the comments.
Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
And may the power protect you.